That's it? Seriously? All that work and all we did was blow up the Earth? What the fuck?
Hello, I'm Aiden.
And I'm Josh. Welcome to likely another 4-hour epic of Undead Ramblings, where we talk all things Call of Duty Zombies amongst other games, movies, and other media.
This is episode 18 of our podcast. Last episode we discussed our thoughts on the finale of Black Ops 6 Zombies, Reckoning. So go check that out if you haven't, as well as any previous episodes. And thanks to everyone who has watched it and supported the channel so far, as always. Also, if you haven't already done so, please like, share and subscribe. Josh is currently at 8.74k subscribers, last I checked, and is on the journey to 9,000 subs by the end of the year. So go show him some love, give him a sub, and check out all of the soundtrack content available on the channel. Speaking of the channel, any updates for us?
Not particularly, not this week. The only thing we really had going on was the delay for this episode, but we're recording this, when was it? Thursday the 18th, so it should be out next week. So I assume that's when you'll be watching this. But that's been about it, really. Not much else.
Yeah, we had to push this episode back a week because I was not feeling well. I came down with the old coronavirus. Yeah. Right. Well, we've got a lot to get into this episode of Undead Ramblings. We're sticking with the theme of finales and are going to discuss our thoughts on arguably the most iconic Final Zombies map for a DLC season, the Black Ops 1 Zombies map, Moon. As with all of the other Chronicles maps, we'll be covering the Chronicles versions in a separate video. Topics for this episode will cover map setting and development, our initial thoughts on the map, cast and backstory, mechanics and gameplay, Easter eggs, and music and any other little bits that we have missed out. Kind of made a change to the whole kind of cast and story and made it cast and backstory now, because we're currently now going into the maps where Easter eggs make up a lot of the story of the map.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely the most involved Easter egg thus far, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, do you want to dive in?
Yeah, ready whenever you are.
Okay, well, Moon came out as part of DLC 4 for Call of Duty Black Ops 1 called Rezurrection on August the 11th, 2011 for the 360, Xbox 360, and a month later for all other platforms. Now, Resurrection's a unique case, as it would be Call of Duty's first All Zombies DLC, as Moon would release alongside the 4 Zombies maps originally featured in World at War: Nakta and Toten, Rukt, Shinonuma, and Deriz. Now, you and I discussed the Black Ops, the World at War ports in quite depth in their own videos, so check them out. Yeah, they were great fun, weren't they?
They were, yeah. Very vintage by today's standards.
Absolutely. So, the World at War map ports were originally only available to those who bought the Hardened or the Prestige edition of Black Ops 1 at launch. With the release of Resurrection, those who bought the special editions of Black Ops 1 were given Moon for free. Did you get either of those editions?
Honestly, no. I don't know if you're the same, but I honestly had zero idea that the Hardened edition include the World at War maps. I did not even know that they were included. So I totally missed out. That and my, as we talked about in Call of the Dead, I had that vendetta against Black Ops 1 for some reason for such a long time. So I didn't get it at launch. But no, I missed out on it because, like I say, I didn't even know that they were featured in the Hardened edition. I don't know where the marketing was for that, because I certainly didn't see it. I found out with Moon that the remasters were available, and I was like, oh, were there?
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I mean, Black Ops 1 was my first Call of Duty, and I came to it quite late anyway, so, because my mum did not allow me to play, like, shooter games when I was pre-teen.
That's fair.
So, yeah. So, again, same as you, I didn't find out until much later on that the hardened and prestige editions got the World at War maps. How do you can you imagine if they did something like that again, like made like fan favorite, like remastered maps only available for those who bought the more expensive editions and then release them later on?
It would be a very different story, I can imagine, because it would be a
Uh-huh.
case of having to pre-order and all that to get some like content permanently, which I don't think would go down very well these days. I know I wouldn't do it for any of the modern games. I wouldn't buy a certain edition just to get a map, because it's just nonsense. As long as you can, provided you can't buy it separately, at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it would fly nowadays. I'm surprised it flew back then, to be honest.
I was gonna ask, like, because you probably were more aware of the community than I was back then. What was the kind of reception to when Moon and when the Resurrection DLC came out, and all those people who bought the hardened edition found out that like most of the DLC was maps that they already had?
It's hard to say, really. I wasn't really in touch with the community until about Black Ops 2. For
Okay.
World at War and Black Ops 1, it was mostly just something, you played with your friends, for me. Just something you played casually and occasionally looked up a guide for an Easter egg for. But I wasn't like,
Yeah.
I didn't have like my finger on the pulse, as it were. So I don't exactly know what the reception was to it at the time. But I remember my friends on that being pretty happy about it. Being able to get access to those older maps as well. Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, speaking personally, like, Resurrection was a dream come true for, like, because I was zombies obsessed at the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was so nice to be able to, like I said, the real promise of it was being able to play these maps without the drawbacks of like Gersh hands and all these other frustrating mechanics that made World at War a bit of a chore to play at times. And being able to play them,
yeah.
like I would still say, even though Chronicles is out, I still really enjoy the Resurrection versions of these maps, just because, I don't know, I kind of like the feel of Black Ops 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got a very distinct tone to it, and there's a lot of like challenges presented in the Chronicles versions that aren't presented in these ones, and I thought, I don't know, I kind of preferred the way like the game played in Black Ops 1. No super sprinters in every map, that sort of thing. I kind of prefer the gameplay loop for them in Black Ops 1, I think. Now, that might be a hot take, given how popular Chronicles is.
No, I mean, like, all of them have their own kind of charm. Like, all the versions of Nacta or Verrückt or whatever all have their own kind of various charm and way that they play. And sometimes you want to play the World at War version, sometimes the Chronicles version, sometimes the Black Ops 1 version.
Exactly. Like,
really comes down to the mood you're in.
Yeah, 100%. It's like we mentioned in the Kino video, like you said, playing Kino isn't the same in Black Ops 1 as it is playing it in Black Ops 3. They feel like completely different, and strategies don't play the same way, and because of the way the AI has changed. And sometimes you just want that old experience with it,
Yeah, for real. So the Resurrection DLC also gave those who bought it, and those who bought the special editions, Black Ops 1 would have already had access to this, but for those of us who didn't, it gave us a chance to download the Zombies soundtrack, which featured all of the Easter egg songs up to Moon, the Dead Ops arcade music, and a couple of tracks like loading screens. I loved that that soundtrack.
Oh yeah, the original Black Ops soundtrack, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
good.
exactly. I still got it all on my old MP3 player.
Yeah, like, I was actually going to bring this up, because I remember back with Xbox, you had to do it over the code, didn't you? They gave you like a download code for it. But I just wanted to let any PC players know who own the current version that if you have all the DLC, the soundtrack is included in the game's directory, in case there's people who have it and don't know they have it. So if you own it on PC and have the DLC, you can check the directory and you'll find it in there as well. I was relieved to know, so I've got a backup in case I ever lose the soundtrack. God forbid.
Nice. I mean, the kind of soundtracks have all kind of been released and re-released so much over the years.
Oh, yeah.
But it's cool to kind of have a proper soundtrack back in the day.
Aye, 100%, yeah.
Right. Do you want to go over the timeline excerpt as usual, and including the bit that was added on the wiki?
Yeah, sure. So here we go. October 13th, 2025, original timeline. Using the Vil device and the focusing stone, Richtofen completes his grand scheme and swaps bodies with Samantha on the moon, giving him full control of the zombies and the ether. Maxis contacts the remaining members of Ultimus through the station's electronics and asks for their help to defeat Richtofen. They agree. They launch missiles at the Earth, leaving it fractured and broken. Nice reference. They sever Richtofen's connection with the ether, but he maintains control over the zombies. Once Maxis controls the ether in 2035, after the events are buried, he returns to the moon and plucks Samantha from Richtofen's body to join him in Agartha. And here's the bit that's been added from the wiki. The Earth fracturing triggers further temporal rifts, teleporting Purgatory Point buried underneath a mining facility in Angola. Arthur is pulled through a rift from 1318, arriving in the now buried town. Classic, eh?
Yeah. Decent chunk of text, that.
It was, yeah. It's a lot of lore, though. Although most of this obviously came with Black Ops 3. Especially the Arthur stuff and all that.
Yeah. Like, there's so much stuff, like, reading the timeline, you can see, like, where they've retroactively kind of put it all together. I do not envy the kind of Treyarch lore masters who had to kind of piece all of this together.
Oh, I know. Even Jason himself said that he couldn't do it, didn't he? He said he had to get someone who was more familiar with it to put the whole thing together for him.
Yeah,
because it was just too complicated.
What kind of, like, throws me the most is, like, where did they get the dates from? Like, October the 13th? Like...
I've no idea. I feel like they just threw dates in a hat that would fill in that range and be like, alright, that'll do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as is in the name, Moon is set, funnily enough, on the moon.
Well, actually, not entirely.
Oh, here we go. The main area of Moon is set on the moon. Specifically in a Group 935 facility called Griffin Station, built by Richtofen and the 935 members who were loyal to him. I read on the wiki, it's the third largest map behind Origins and... oh god, I can't remember what the second one was.
Oh lord.
I think it's...
I'm trying to think. Is this up till this point?
Oh well, I mean it's still what it says on Call of Duty Wiki.
Oh right.
That it's still the third largest map.
Does that encompass like non-playable space?
This is talking about no. This is just talking about purely playable area.
All right. I mean the biodome does take up a significant chunk. So
yeah,
I could
exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll have to have a look. While I'm having a look, so like some notable areas are the Moon Pyramid device room, the labs, tunnels, the biodome. What's your favourite area of Moon?
I think a classic area that I think is probably true for a lot of people is the area where the box spawns opposite the biodome, outside. I think that's been the camping spot for quite a lot of people.
In front of the teleporter.
Yeah, because it's like the most open expanse you get in Moon, apart from the biodome. But I feel like the biodome is an area that I like when it's compressed. I'm not too big of a fan on it when it's 0G because it takes the zombies forever to get to you when it's in low gravity. But I think the outside area is small enough that it kind of counters that, you know what I mean? So I think that would probably be my favourite area. And there's also No Man's Land, you know. That's always a fun gimmick to play around with.
Yeah, absolutely. Love No Man's Land.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I personally prefer like having solid ground rather than floating around, so I definitely prefer the biodome. Like, that's my favorite area. That being said, though, if I do have to be in a kind of 0G area, then I really like the pyramid room. It's really cool in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. I do really like it visually. It's just a bit of a death trap gameplay wise.
Oh yeah, but that's why I like it so much. Like, when I'm playing with like 4-player zombies, and someone's in the biodome, someone's outside, I personally prefer like running around in the moon room. The pyramid room.
It's certainly a risky player, but I know I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I know that one of the main strats for high rounds is to camp around in tunnel 11.
Oh yeah. I did use that one on Black Ops 3 for some time. Is that the one where you run the stamina room?
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's don't most people kind of let the excavator break down and so it's kind of blocking off their entrance.
They could do. The way I did it though was stopping it from getting decompressed, just because it was quicker that way.
Okay,
the zombies swarm you faster.
I
suppose you could do it either way though, but I've never tried it with low gravity on.
Yeah. Here we go. So it's the third largest zombies map in terms of playable area after Transit and Origins.
Jeez. Wasn't expecting that, honestly. That's wild.
I mean, thinking about it, it does make sense. Like, Moon does take a while to run around.
It does, I suppose, yeah. Especially if you encompass both tunnels as well. Just quickly reversing back to the previous topic about favourite areas, though, I would like to give an honourable mention to the area beneath the receiving bay. I think that's a pretty fun area to run around.
Oh, where the Simon Says is?
Yeah. I think that's a decent spot.
Yeah. I call it the kind of Earth destruction balcony.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's where everyone goes to watch the Earth get blown up.
Aye. God, it's such a good Easter egg. I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be good. So just kind of like a bit of background or development background on the map. It's fairly common knowledge now, but for those of you who don't know, according to the console name, this map was originally meant to be set in Paris. This is further backed up by a picture seen on the notice board on Deriz, which depicts zombies under the Eiffel Tower. That whole area was then changed into what we now know as No Man's Land. So that kind of square space that we get in No Man's Land was originally meant to be where the Pack-a-Punch was in the Paris map.
God, that would have been so cool to see. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love the version of Moon that we got. Like, really love it. But it would have been interesting to see it.
Yeah.
Damn you, Modern Warfare 3. That's the whole rumour, isn't it? That because they were using Paris as a big set piece in one of their games, in like Modern Warfare 3 rather, that they had to change Moon. Which really sucks.
Yeah, we're talking about the original Modern Warfare 3.
Exactly, yeah, to avoid confusion. But it's probably worth mentioning, like, I just don't understand why that would cause them to change it. Why having, zombies is such, like, or was, like, such a separate entity from multiplayer and campaign, that I don't think having it, like, Eiffel Tower in zombies or having Paris in zombies would have made any difference to people buying Modern Warfare 3. I cannot imagine that consumer exists who's like, nah, I saw it in Black Ops 1. I'm not buying Modern Warfare 3. I don't think that person exists.
No, I agree with you. I think there were a lot of other factors as well in that though, because like I remember seeing one interview. I think it's one of the trailer interviews where they were like, "We've done geezers and like that kind of verticality in Shangri-La. Where is the next big step? Oh,
Oh,
zero
yeah.
gravity on the moon. So
Aye.
like, let's go to the moon." And like them wanting to make a Big Bang grand finale.
Aye, yeah, I mean, you couldn't do better than the moon. It was certainly the most out there map at the time. What would you say, like,
Absolutely.
going slightly off topic here, what would you say is the most outlandish map we've ever had? For setting.
God,
I
you're
think
asking me a
Revelations
valid
might be
question
mine.
here. Yeah, that's definitely up there. Outlandish. I might get a bit flack here, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably Voyage. The
Voyage.
Titanic.
Yeah, I suppose.
Or, I mean, like, out of Treyarch, probably like Spaceland, or maybe even, what's the last one called? Beast from
Oh,
Beyond.
Beast from Beyond, yeah.
To be honest, all of the IW maps are outlandish.
Aye, that's true, yeah.
Revelations is a very, very good shout. Just trying to think of where else, because all of the other ones are pretty good. Yeah, I think if not Revelations, then I'm probably going to stick to my guns and say the Titanic.
Yeah, no, I
Just like-
could totally see it.
he looked at the whole Titanic thing and thought, you know what this needs? A zombies apocalypse on it.
Yeah, like, what if the reason it sank was because of zombies? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good formula. I like the idea that Jason had of taking real, like, historical places and events and just throwing zombies at them.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's got ground, but we'll discuss like chaos and all of those events closer to the time.
Aye.
So you've added a couple of extra trivia bits here, like development stuff here. Do you want to go?
Oh,
over
yeah,
them?
yeah. Alright, so one of the things that I noticed, actually, I was adding these today because I was going through some of the trailers in preparation for this recording. And, yeah, at one point in early development, apparently one of the zap guns was going to be yellow, particularly the blue one. So the right-handed one would have been yellow, which is kind of like a
Yeah.
motif that we'll get to later. Well, is it worth covering it now? No, we'll cover it after when we talked about the map a bit more.
Okay.
Like, yellow was a bit of a motif for Moon. Apparently, early in development, there was a lot of yellow in the map, which just seems to have been swapped out more for, I guess, red.
Grey.
Yeah, grey and red.
Yeah.
And also to go with that, in an earlier version, which again we'll get to later, the excavators are also had like tints of yellow on them, like shades of yellow on the design, which was pretty cool. I kind of wish they'd kept that look because it kept it distinct from the ones from, is it Vorkuta? I think that recycles the excavators. Yeah.
It will be.
Aye. So yeah, I just thought it was a cool little aesthetic change they've made throughout the years.
I didn't know that.
I only saw that one today, like I say, on the picture that I sent you. The excavator thing, but I have heard about the zap gun thing before. Can't remember which video it was on that I heard it.
Yeah.
Let's see, did I cover the other thing?
You've also got
here we
the
go.
earlier rendition of the map.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was literally about to go into. Yeah, so there's actually like a picture of the map. I'm not sure if it's an actual in-game render or whether it's like an artistic interpretation of it, but it does showcase the excavator with like the yellow shades on it. I don't know if you still got it open on Discord.
I haven't right now, but keep
It's
going.
alright. I could just give you the cliff notes of it if you want. It's basically got like a very similar looking base to the one we have in Spawn, the receiving bay, but it's also got another like building across the ravine. And I was speculating that maybe it was cut from the game because they wanted to have the rockets in the ravine, and maybe that's why they took the other side out.
Maybe.
Because it looks as if you'd be able to jump across, which would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like
yeah.
a risk-reward thing.
I think there's like areas on the map that are kind of like other areas of the station that aren't accessible on the map, aren't there?
Oh yeah, for sure. It just looks so weird looking at this picture and seeing it with that extra building on the other side. I'm so used to it looking the way it does now in the final release. But it's nice to have an image of something for a change that might actually represent an early version of it, since we haven't really had that for any of the previous maps we've covered.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them have been very, what we got is what was made,
Yeah, absolutely.
or at least seemingly. Anything that was made that was cut, we never got to see.
Would you say that Moon is the last kind of slapped together map, almost one that was kind of like they had all of these ideas and kind of renditions of how the map was meant to look and play and things like that, before they eventually arrived at this final product, whereas like the maps that kind of came after it were a lot more planned?
I'd say that, yeah. Especially because, like a lot of the maps we had earlier in the season were, sort of reinterpreted campaign on multiplayer maps, whereas Moon and Shangri-La are completely unique. Well, the Hangar 18 section isn't, but, besides that, the actual Moon part itself it's probably got, like, at least on Black Ops 1, probably the most amount of unique assets, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any kind of like any of the kind of Moon kind of architecture on anywhere else in the game.
No, I was gonna say, I think the only other time it was ever used was Black Ops 4 in the museum, like multiplayer level. But I don't remember any of it being in campaign. Well, there's certainly no Moon mission in Black Ops 1. I can say that much with certainty. But yeah, speaking of like reused assets, I thought it was pretty funny how they reused, the rebirth level when you play as Hudson.
Yeah.
How they reused his mask animation for the visor instead of actually having the helmet like they do in the Chronicles version. That was just pretty funny to see. Gotta
Just
love
shows how
assets.
much more like, and it's a testament to how like so much more kind of fidelity went into the Chronicles remake or remasters, I should say.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Making brand new assets and animations just to kind of so that you could put your helmet on is just it really was just a labour of love.
Yeah, absolutely. Really looking forward to talking about it when we get there.
For real. For now though, do you want to discuss your initial thoughts on Moon?
Yeah, sure. So, I do remember my first playthrough of Moon, and I died the same way I imagine a lot of players did, by running into the biodome, immediately standing on the launch pad and being flung into the air and dropping dead on impact and having the game over screen flash up. Like, almost immediately. That one was definitely put there as a beginner's trap.
Oh,
it's literally right outside the door.
It's just one of those deaths that you just gotta laugh at because it's so stupid.
It really was, yeah. As far as first interpretations go, though, I remember being really impressed by it. I remember thinking it was really hard at launch. I'd still say it's a pretty hard map, honestly. At least for the first half of the map. Once you get to the second half, it's not too bad. But going from, like, no man's land to spawn at the receiving bay and then making your way through Tunnel 6, Tunnel 11 can be a bit intense. But it definitely dials down once you get through that part of the map. Yeah, no, I thought it was really cool getting to play around with the gimmicks, like, zombies floating away and stuff like that. It was a real spectacle back when it came out. Definitely one of my fondest memories playing Moon for the first time.
Yeah, knowing your kind of record for getting lost with new maps, how much did you get lost when learning Moon?
Not too much, because it's basically, just a 3-lane map, isn't it? Well, 2-lane, I suppose. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I didn't. I don't remember having too much trouble with Moon, considering once you get to the pyramid, you can only really go one way to progress in the map.
yeah,
So I wasn't too I didn't find that too difficult. Generally, I'm not too bad. I think Shattered Veil was just threw a wrench in it because of the setting. So you keep calling me out for that ever since Shattered Veil.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna milk this for all it's worth.
But yeah, no, I was generally really positive with it. The only thing I didn't like is, I'm sure the same thing a lot of other people didn't like, is that why did they bring back this annoying 4-player Pack-a-Punch method again? Ugh. It's made like playing with randoms an absolute nightmare.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I'm so glad they kind of gone away from that.
Yeah, for sure. I get why, from a mechanical standpoint, they had to do it. The whole skybox flipping. But even still, I'm like, just put it on the moon instead, please.
Yeah, yeah.
But what about you?
Yeah. I mean, I remember just how like in awe of the map I was. Like never in my dreams. And again, Black Ops 1 was my kind of real kind of cutting my teeth into the mode. So experiencing something like this, I was like, this mode is crazy. Like,
Oh
we're
yeah,
on the moon.
yeah, absolutely.
I love the quotes. The Easter egg is probably one of my favorites. I can't tell you how many times I've done the Easter egg now. And like I remember the first time I know we're going to be talking about the Easter egg later on, but I remember the first time completing it, and just it's like a core memory for me. It's just like sitting there, like seeing the Earth kind of blown up, and like
Oh
thinking just,
yeah,
wow, that's how you do a finale.
absolutely. Like, I think even now, I think Moon for me is still the gold standard for a zombies finale. I still don't think it's. I still truly don't believe it's been topped.
No, I think I'm right there with you. I like it's a self-contained story that's like got like a brilliant start, finish, and end, and I love it so much.
Absolutely. One little touch that I do really like, and I've always loved this, even since like back when it came out, was the idea that when you die in a match of Moon, there's no game over song. I love the finality of it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It felt like it was like the last map. You know what I mean? It had like this big blockbuster feel to it that you didn't really get with the previous maps as much.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just remember kind of like my friends and I discussing like where on earth can they go after this? What is like the next zombies game gonna be like? Like we never
Oh
kind of
god.
in our dreams could have predicted like where the story could have gone from there. Are they gonna like have to start a brand new story? Is this the end of our characters? Like
Yeah.
it was so up in the air, and nobody knew kind of anything of where the game was gonna go after this.
Exactly. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's like one of my jokes I used to make with friends was just like, and then we got transit. So unfortunately, we didn't go in the best direction afterwards. But it is what it is. Very topical,
It is,
I suppose. At the minute.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. A couple of like kind of funny stories for me. Like I don't know if I'm the only one who experiences it, but like I'm pretty sure a lot of people might. But like if you survived for me, like when I survived in like No Man's Land for a little while, and then after teleporting to the moon, and it's like round one,
Yeah.
every single time if a zombie comes through the window and I knife it, every single time without fail, it always seems like it's going to be a nuke that they drop.
Mm.
every single time.
I've never tried that. We'll have to try it next
No?
time we boot it up.
I think it's just my poor luck.
I mean, you never know. We could test some, like, do some myth busting and see if there's any like facts behind that.
Yeah. Just kind of like before we go into the cast and backstory, let's kind of just talk a little bit technical here. You probably know more about this than I do, but like, how kind of technically complicated is a map like Moon when it comes to kind of teleporting between No Man's Land and the Earth and to Griffin Station and on the Moon? Like, how does that work on a kind of technical basis?
I wouldn't say I've looked into it myself, really. I don't really, like I say, I more do model exporting the maps. I'm
Yeah.
not really 100% sure on how the map itself works, but I do know about the whole flipping skybox.
Yeah. I know that Reed years ago used to. I doubt they're still up now, but he went around and kind of explored, no clipped out of the maps.
Oh yeah.
Like, is the kind of like skybox? I'm guessing skybox is kind of like a all-encompassing kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's like a universal asset, so it'll be the same for all players.
So, and then when you kind of teleport, are you basically kind of like moving like to below the map or something when you go to the Earth or something?
Yes, actually, the Earth is, or Nevada at least, is below Moon in the.
Okay.
It's, well, at least in Black Ops 1, it's literally just below Moon. If you were to look up and it wasn't culled out by the engine, you would be able to see the very back, you know, where which excavator goes into Tunnel 11. Whichever excavator that is.
Yeah.
You'd be right beneath that excavator pretty much from Nevada.
Okay.
So if you want to know where it is, it's literally right beneath there.
It's so, I love kind of game design like that, where it makes you feel like you're teleporting like this great distance from the Earth to the Moon and going to a completely different area, and yet you're only like a few feet away in the actual game.
Exactly, yeah. It's kind of like how, I assume you've seen them in like dervies and like videos like that, where the teleporter sequence, like the animation, is like a black box outside the map, where there's one for each player.
Yeah, I've seen those. And so the kind of main giveaway is on like some maps when like there's teleporting going on or whatever, or like when one player's in one like area and someone's teleported to a completely different area. You know when you kind of see your kind of character markers.
Oh yeah.
Like the little down arrow that kind of points to where the character is or whatever.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you can see the map, like your other characters. I noticed this mainly on Origins, actually on Black Ops 2, when someone goes inside the robot. Like I can see their kind of arrow like underneath the map.
Yeah, I think my standout for this, because it is so problematic to find out where people are, is Revelations at the Pack-a-Punch. Oh my god. It's so hard to find where someone is when they're down, because it points in their direction, obviously relative to where you are in the map. And because it's all in the same space, you're not technically pointing at where they should be. I think they probably could fix that. I'd imagine it's possible. It's a shame that they don't, though, because it does get a bit confusing. Like, the most recent, I think, map like guilty of that is probably the Tomb, where the Dark Ether section will have the cursor pointing anywhere around the map, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're on that side. So you go through the portal thinking they're there, but they're not. And you can't even check. You know, the map only shows the Dark Ether section, not the other sections, so you can't even trace it on there. Yeah, I do find that problematic. I hope it's something they'll fix in the future if we do ever have to like separate from your teammates like that in future maps.
It's just it's still kind of cool though. Like when you think about sort of like using Origins again for the example here. Like when you're in the robot head, it makes you feel like you're actually in one of those 3 robots that are walking through the map, when actually you're actually only a few feet underneath the map.
Exactly. Like, I even know where they are if you're curious. under the map.
Uh-huh.
They're to the far right of Stamina, just across the hills to the right of the church.
That's so cool.
I think the
Yeah,
crazy place is on the
sorry.
left.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is.
It's so,
Oh, god.
like just how they fit it all into kind of the game and like into the map and how it makes you feel like
Oh, yeah.
you could be anywhere and yeah, it's only like all smoke and mirrors and yeah, it's just fun.
Absolutely. Like, I love developer tricks like this. Like, I hear a lot of
Mhm.
people say, like, or developers even say, like, that showing people stuff like that ruins the immersion. But I don't know. I just find it fascinating. I don't play Origins thinking, oh, I'm underneath the hills behind Stamina because I
Yeah,
went to the head. You know what I mean? You don't think of it like that at all, even knowing what it is.
yeah,
I'm not saying
exactly,
that
and
they
like
should. I'm not saying they should actively show where every part of the map is. You know what I mean? It
oh
doesn't. It
no.
wouldn't make sense to do that. But I just don't know why they get so worried about people finding out that something's just hidden under the map somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really wish they kind of show us more about how they go into making like these maps. It would be so interesting, but I know that
Oh
they
yeah.
can't because obviously like they don't want to give away what's coming up and like assets and like probably NDAs and all of that. But like it would be so cool to kind of learn, or not learn, but at least see how it works.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Um, just
Just
like just kind of. Oh, sorry.
no. You go. You go. You go.
I was just gonna say, like, it kind of reminds me, like, just completely different game, like Skyrim. When you go up to trade with a merchant, you think you're actually kind of like going through their inventory and like chatting with them, when
Yeah.
actually, like, you can no clip under the map and their inventory is nothing but a chest under the ground.
Oh my god. Is it? Honestly, I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. Like plain vanilla Skyrim, a classic one that you can access without even no clipping is in Dawnstar. It's the mine on the right side of the town.
All right.
And where it connects to the rocks and the hills, like just to the left of the entrance. There, if you look down around there, you can access a chest which is a merchant's inventory.
All right. Do you even have
Uh
to
huh.
pay for any of it, or can you just
No,
outright
you can
take
just
it?
like this is it. You could just outright take it. I mean, you're gonna have to sneak because like people kind of like get you for stealing, but
Yeah.
like, you could just take it without paying for anything.
God, that's smart. I wasn't sure if because you were technically engaging with a merchant, whether it would still expect you to pay for the products in it
No,
or
no,
not.
that's only if you kind of like actually chat with them and barter with them.
Right.
But the
God, that's
actual
cool.
stuff that they have is in an inventory chest underneath the map. There's another one, Yorlan Greymane in Whiterun. His is
All right.
directly underneath the Skyforge.
Damn. Jeez, there's a lot of them, isn't there? I assume you're not
Yeah,
meant
yeah.
to be able to access these.
Oh no, no, absolutely not. And like, if you go into like a merchant shop or something, it's always under the floorboards. Like every merchant,
Yeah.
every merchant, if you can buy something from them, they'll have a chest underneath them somewhere.
All right, that's pretty neat. Like I say, I just
Hmm.
love dev tricks like this. It's really cool seeing behind the
Yeah,
curtain. I was just
yeah,
gonna say
absolutely.
before, just winding back to the skybox switching on Moon real quick. Um,
Hmm.
that's how the whole incident happened. If you remember, with the Earth being in the sky when you're in Nevada at the end of the Easter
Oh
egg.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how that happened because they just flipped it to the Moon one again when you're on Earth.
Hmm.
So, it put the
Yeah.
Earth back in the sky, and obviously that's not intentional.
Like, yeah, I remember like loads of theories coming about that. Like, is Nevada
Yeah.
like being shot out into space?
Yeah, God. I mean, I don't think it would have made much of a difference if it had. But,
No,
it's still
no.
fun to think about.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Right. Do you have any other kind of like development stuff or map setting stuff you want to go over?
I don't think so. I think that covers all of it.
Okay. Well, let's get into the cast and the backstory. Now, I've written out a lot of the backstory, but we're gonna kind of paraphrase a lot of this. But let's start off with the cast, and I'll let you take away here.
Aye. Alright, so again for this this final map we have Ultimus as our main cast of characters, so and one extra which we'll get to in a bit. Well, actually, coming up on it now. So, for the first time in the series, you get Samantha as a playable character in this map once you complete the first half of the Easter egg, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Cryogenic Slumber Party, is it? I think that's the one it's called. So, yeah, then you get her for the rest of the Easter egg along with all the perks. So, that's a pretty nice bonus. We also get to see the return of Maxis, as in Ludwig Maxis. For the first time since the Kino radios, and this time he actually interacts with our player characters, so that'll be a trend going on into Transit, won't it? And we also see the introduction of other characters like Dr. Groff and Schuster via the radios, which is pretty cool. Schuster being the loading screen guy from Nuketown, which they added later on. I refuse to believe it's him in the original, but we'll go with it.
So, let's talk about Ultimus. Like, they are as unhinged and crazy than ever, especially Nolan North with Richtofen.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Any particular favourite quotes?
Not so much a quote, but one thing I do really like about Moon, in particular on Black Ops 1, is that you can hear everyone's quotes all the time. You'd think it would be maddening, but they've all got such good quotes in Moon that it just doesn't matter, because they're so fun to listen to.
Just like the amount of times like I'm a different character halfway across the map and I'm just hearing Richtofen's like high pitched
exactly
like, nuts laughter.
Exactly, you get to hear Richtofen anywhere in the map, so what is there to complain about?
Yeah.
What was it you asked before? Sorry, went off on a bit of a tangent.
I was just wondering if you had like any particular favourite quotes from anyone.
I've got a few from Richtofen, mainly Easter egg ones. Easter egg being an ironic turn of phrase here. The one where you have to like knife the egg through the tunnels.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I forgot about that little door. Shut up! It's such a good quote. What's the other one he says? Like, why don't we have servants for this? He has a few really good ones with the wave gun, like zombie BBQ.
Yeah.
It's just Richtofen, all of his quotes are great.
One of the ones I like that he says with the hacker is like, move the junk to the left or the right so I can stick this in there more easily.
It's so good. It really is. Or Dempsey when he's like, turn your head and cough. Absolute quality. I think one of my favourites, one of the ones I've always remembered, is the one where you pick up the pipe as Dempsey and he's like, can I strangle those freak nuggets with this? No. Can I? Whatever.
Yeah. So good. I haven't listened to the quotes in ages, so I don't remember a lot from like Nikolai or Takeo.
Yeah, me neither. But I do remember a lot of Takeo's ones kind of playing in the same trend that I said that I liked on Shangri-La, where he's trying to be cool and hip in these new ones and not boring. So he's a bit more upbeat than he used to be, which I do really appreciate.
Yeah, absolutely. I love like one of Dempsey's quotes. Like he has two quotes when he's like bouncing around in the biodome, and one is like, "Have you ever seen a flying tank?"
Oh yeah.
And then another one's like, "Bounce and shoot, bounce and shoot. I'm loving this."
Yeah, 100%. Or the one where Richtofen says, "I can skip and jump like a little girl again."
Followed by an absolute high-pitched laughter.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
god.
obviously this map spawned one of the this map and Transit spawned one of the greatest theories of our generation, where Misty is Dempsey's daughter because he says
Oh yeah, god.
when getting the M16, he's like, I think my 5-year-old would like one of these.
God, it's crazy how just a small quote started off something so huge that went on throughout the entirety of Black Ops 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
God, that's wild.
Moving on to Samantha, what do you think of her in this map? We
Um,
get I know we get basically two versions of Richtofen. We get his normal version and then his demonic version, and likewise with Samantha, we get her demonic version and then her playable version.
her playable version. God pray for whoever ends up getting put as Samantha for the rest of that session. I don't know if it's Julie who does it in this game.
I think it is.
But it's very screechy. Very screechy.
Yeah.
I don't dislike her, but it could just be a bit hard on the ears after an hour or so of playing. As you're a bit like, ooh. It's a bit intense. But the idea of playing as her after that Easter egg was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say,
as the demonic announcer.
Exactly, yeah. And I will say though, playing as her when you've got no helmet on in a low grav area, just the quote she has just makes me uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. I'm like, oh.
Someone had to record this.
I know. I'm like, oh my lord. Ooh.
I love her demonic quotes during the Easter egg.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That one where she says something far more powerful and dangerous lurks beneath here is just gives me goosebumps.
It is, yeah, absolutely. That step for me is the most memorable one because I remember when I did it with Liam for the first time way back when it came out, and I'm assuming I'm speaking for him saying this. We were both trembling doing it. It was genuinely one of the most tense moment in the entire saga up to that point.
Yeah,
because it was back then, like I said, Moon was pretty hard back when it came out, especially all players camping in that room, and especially if you're doing it 2-player. Know when we did it, how fast it gets bloated with zombies in those
it gets
rounds.
out of hand real quickly.
It really does. It's a really tough place to hold out. So it was really, really intense. And then you do that, and you complete that step, and then you try and throw the QED down on the where to get the egg, and it just bounces all over the room, and you start wasting all of them.
Yeah, and it spawns in more zombies as well.
Yes. Oh my god. Thank God they fixed that in Chronicles. Anyway, gone off topic there a bit. Gone on a bit of a tangent again.
And it was cool to hear kind of Maxis kind of have some actual kind of quotes that were part of the map rather than just from radios.
Oh yeah. It's the first time since Ascension, isn't it, that we've ever heard anything new from Sam? Pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking more about that screech he does at the end of Ascension more than
actual
dialogue.
Yeah. I mean, this is the first kind of spoken dialogue that we get from Samantha.
Yeah.
Since probably Deriz.
Yeah, you might be right. Don't think she's in Kino.
Oh no, tell a lie. She does speak, she says having fun at the end of the Ascension radios.
Oh, right. Does she not have anything in Call of the Dead? Because I know Richtofen's looking after her at that point, briefly. I don't know if she's ever shows up on the
he only mentions that he's experimenting on her, but she doesn't have any quotes in it.
Right. I couldn't remember whether she actually appeared in them or not. That's fair.
Yeah. And it was cool that we kind of got a lot more backstory in this map. I guess kind of going into the backstory where we kind of meet Doctors Groff and Schuster.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just kind of paraphrasing it all. So like Richtoff and Schuster like completed what?
Just that big sigh at the start as you look at this wall of text.
Yeah. I kind of like when I was writing this out, I didn't really think about how much I was writing out. So, where's ChatGTP? I need it to condense it.
True.
So just kind of like condensing the backstory, and there's a lot of backstory in like all of the radios on this map.
I may show the document on screen, just so people are aware how much is actually on here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to timestamp that.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you.
Oh, okay.
So basically, long story short, Richtoff and Schuster complete the experiment, the teleporter experiment, while Max is just failing. Richtoff uses himself as his first human trial, and is teleported to the moon, where he discovers the MPD, the Moon Pyramid device.
And somehow doesn't suffocate.
Yeah, that one's always made me kind of go like, huh.
I mean, I'm assuming because it's the teleporter that's opening the cave at the top. I'm assuming it was sealed off, but even then, that doesn't explain there being oxygen.
Yeah.
I assume it's just the pyramid. Maybe the pyramid just has it. Who knows? Never explained. Anyway, sorry.
So he touches it. He starts hearing voices of corruption, which are the Apothecans, and is later revealed. Well, it's later revealed to be the Apothecans and the Shadow Man. He's then teleported to Shangri-La, where he's worshipped as a god. Makes his way back to Deriz, where he, Schuster, and Groff work to build Griffin Station. Takes them 2 years to do, and after Groff and Schuster discover how to power the MPD, Richtoff betrays Maxis and teleports. This is what we hear in the Deriz radios, where he teleports Samantha and Maxis. Samantha goes in instead of dying. She goes to Moon, gets trapped in the pyramid. Maxis is revealed to go to the crazy place, where he learns how to merge with electricity. And the final kind of radio, Groff and Schuster find Maxis, bring him to the moon, and he tells Samantha to kill all of Group 925 before he shoots himself and merges with electricity.
Aye.
So that's the backstory in a nutshell.
Yeah, I think you're pretty much right on the money with that. I was going to refer to something to do with the crazy place in Origins that has something to do with merging with something. Is that also in there?
Yeah, I did mention it. It's like where Maxis learned how to... He was teleported to the crazy place. Again, this is revealed in the timeline. And there he learns how to merge with electricity.
Right. Yeah, it's just the mic quality went a bit weird there, so I couldn't really catch all of it.
Sorry.
No, it's not to do with you. I think it was a connection bug or something. It's starting to sell out now. We're good.
Cool.
Do you want me to cover mechanics and gameplay then?
Yeah, let's start going through this.
I'll pick up the slack after you did all that.
I mean, was there anything you wanted to kind of mention about, like, the backstory?
Not particularly. I can't think of anything, like, standout that I was gonna think of adding.
Fair enough.
What about you?
I think the only kind of standout thing from all of the radios was Edward's walnut delivery.
Yes, yeah, okay. You've got me there.
Yep.
Alright,
Which is why, kids, we got a teleporting walnut in Blood of the Dead.
I know, what a cute little detail that is. I love
So
that they
good.
put that in there.
Excuse me. Yeah, let's dive into the mechanics and gameplay. There's a lot to go in on here.
Absolutely. Alright, so this is the first map to actually be set actively between two locations. So we have Area 51 Nevada as well as the moon, like we mentioned. The Area 51 functioning more as like a endless section where you can build up your points early on and come back to Pack-a-Punch, which is pretty cool.
Yep,
I love
No
that
Man's
mechanic.
Land.
I really wish we'd see it more.
Yeah, I think isn't the only kind of map that we've kind of got something similar to that? Was that Forsaken at the beginning?
Yeah, Forsaken does have the endless wave thing. Well, it's not endless. It's kind of like it goes through the waves really fast instead of it being like one endless round, which I didn't like
Yeah,
as
yeah.
much. I would have preferred a one round where you can just farm points and come back, and then it becomes a regular playable
absolutely.
space, doesn't it? Afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, Area 51 is great because, like, for smart players, I think most people just reset the game until it's jug, because a perk does spawn in there, and it could be either jug or speed color, and people mostly kind of try and reset it so that it's jug first, so
Oh
that
yeah,
they can farm enough points so that they can all get juggernog.
yeah, 100%. It's very difficult to do on solo. I will say that. But with 4 people, you might be able to do it. I know
Yeah,
people
yeah.
have done it on Black Ops 1, but I always found that incredibly difficult. I was never able to pull it off. But I've always been historically well. No, I'm gonna take the blame and throw that away. The knifing in Black Ops 1 leaves a lot to be desired, where you like
Yeah, yeah.
lunge 100 meters forward to reach a zombie, reach the zombie at the back of the horde that you're going for.
Yeah, absolutely. You got like the commando perk on.
Exactly, yeah. You always like go for the furthest zombie away, which is really annoying.
Yep.
I do remember it leading to some funny bugs though. I remember couldn't you like, get out the map by doing that? Like if you jump over a zombie's
Think
head
so.
and lunge at it, you could get
Yeah,
thrown out
that
the map.
and that's not just exclusive to Moon. Like, there's so many like zombies maps where like that lunge animation can get you out of bounds.
Aye, doesn't surprise me one iota. I've got to say, it's got some power behind it. I think the closest we've seen to that since was like the like really far jump you used to be able to do on Firebase C that Treyarch really hated and tried to patch for like months, and then eventually just gave up.
Yeah, they had a fucking vendetta on that particular exploit.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we've added one more like manual, like not manual, one more like melee weapon, so fuck it, we can't be bothered patching it anymore.
Yeah. Wasn't it
Sod
like
it.
the Psy that
Yeah.
like was their down, like the thing that finally stopped them, like
Yeah, they were defeated by the sun.
uh-huh. So good.
It really was. Going back to Moon though, yeah, so Moon has its own unique environmental hazards that we haven't seen before, in the form of low gravity and zero oxygen in certain areas outside of Griffin Station. Which kind of plays into what we're going to talk about next with the 3 excavators that will come in at regular intervals to break into a multitude of areas. It's Tunnel 6, Tunnel 11, and the Biodome. And when it does, these areas, originally compressed, will decompress and will now have low gravity and no oxygen. So it changes the way that you play these areas, doesn't it?
It does, and I don't know about you, but like, I'm kind of getting tired of Treyarch kind of constantly going back to using the zero grav mechanic.
Oh, yeah. It was novel in Horizon Drac. Revelations, again, it's Horizon Drac, so I can't really complain about that one too much.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense because it was in, fucking space.
Exactly, yeah. And Reckoning, though, I find that I find the room like extremely undesirable Pack-a-Punch when I've got low gravity on. I immediately leave when it comes on because fighting them in low gravity and waiting for the salvage to pop off the bodies, go up to the ceiling and come back down takes about 5 seconds for each individual bit, and I'm just like, oh, I'll just go somewhere else.
Yeah, absolutely. And just kind of speaking about Moon particularly, is like, not just where the excavators can cause reduced gravity and oxygen, but like players themselves can be a mechanic of that making, really, in that using a grenade or explosive on any of the kind of windows causes decompression.
Yeah, that is true, actually. It is probably worth noting, though, that decompressing some areas can be an advantage, because there is is it the Bowie knife? Bowie knife? Can be reached by decompressing one of the areas. I believe it's the lower labs.
Yeah, or at least more easily reached. So you are able to kind of get it, but you gotta time that jump so perfectly.
Ah, right. I'm assuming the intended way to get it was 0G, though, if I had to guess.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Feels like an Origins situation.
Yeah. What do you think of the 0G in Zero Gravity in Moon?
I absolutely love it. It's one of my biggest standout features for this map. Particularly this one. I won't go into the Chronicles version too much, but the Chronicles version loses massive points for the 0G in that rendition. But in this one, like, the way your grenades float away, the way zombies' gibs float away, the way you, it was a frustrating mechanic, but the way you kind of, if you keep sprinting, you will be thrown forward by the momentum. But I thought it was a really cool idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you would be lobbed forward because you're just running too quickly. It made sense, that you'd lose your footing.
Yeah, and sometimes that could, play against you because you end up being thrown into the horde.
Exactly, yeah. But the counter to that is the zombies are also really slow compared to the normal speed, so you don't have to sprint everywhere. So it's really, if you're doing really long sprints, it's typically because you're trying to cross the map on Moon. So I don't think it's an issue you run into too often. But no, I love it. I love the mood of it, the atmosphere of it. I think it's great. It's
so much fun to just jump around.
It is, and like I say, if you've got a shotgun or something, just watching a zombie take the Olympia for example, you just pop a zombie on round 2 or something and just watch it float away into the distance. It's just so satisfying, and no map does that like Moon does.
Exactly. And in terms of the zero oxygen, I find it, even though it is zero oxygen, I find it very forgiving. You do get a decent chunk of time to run between areas where oxygen is available.
Yeah, I agree. And you can even use the hacker, which again is something we'll cover in a minute. Just run between the boxes in 0G areas as well, because you have enough of a window. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Have you ever been killed by an excavator that you kind of forgotten about?
Yes. Even though the tells are all there, you've got the sound, even with the helmet you can hear it. You've got the vibrating controller if you play with vibration on. Everything in the world is telling you not to go through that door, but you just run in without even thinking about it. God, it's so frustrating.
Yeah, there's been a few games where I've had some hair-raising experiences where I've been fighting zombies and I need to reload, but I need to pull back, otherwise I'm gonna get downed, and I'm just backing up, and I go backing up through a door while the excavator's down and just get minced.
I think one of the really cheeky ones is the Tunnel 11 excavator, where you can't see it until the door is open, and it's right on the other side of the door, so you immediately get clobbered by it as soon as you go through.
Yeah, exactly. There's been a few times where I've been I know an excavator is on its way, but I've lost track of time, and I don't know if it's come down or not, so I'm on the other side of a door, and I'm is this going to kill me if I go through or not?
Yeah.
And the moment I run through, then it decides to break down and kill me.
Yeah. Have you ever had that old glitch? I think it's been patched since, but I remember they used to come down, but the hitboxes for the like death barriers wouldn't trigger, so you could run straight through them, even though they were down.
Oh no, no,
That's a
I've
pretty
never
old
had that.
bug. I remember doing that a few times at launch. It would come down, but it wouldn't actually trigger. So
No,
you could,
I've had it like the moment I'm underneath it. As soon as it starts to descend, that's when I die.
Aye, that's totally fair. One touch about the excavators I do like is I genuinely find the whole idea of them just coming in on their own, like, unsettling. I don't know, they almost feel, like, haunted in a way. The way that they just suddenly spin up and start coming after you.
Yeah,
I really
yeah,
like that
absolutely.
touch. I assume it's Sam
I
doing
can't-
it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, like thinking like there's probably just Sam like messing with us.
Yeah.
I do find sometimes that the excavators can come a bit too regularly.
They do later on. It's like every, 3 rounds or something after a certain point. Something crazy like that. It might even get to
Yeah.
a point, thinking of it now, every round. More or less.
It
every 2
certainly
rounds.
feels like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would also like to say, regarding the excavators, they give me serious megalophobia. I hate seeing them from outside and the sheer scale of them coming closer, and you're like, oh god. You know what I mean?
The worst bit is that like those kind of excavators exist in real life.
Oh, I know they do. Oh, I wonder how they got them up there.
Very, very good question.
See, like, they've
Um,
been letting us down with the cannon. These are the facts that we need to know. How they got the excavators on them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it took 2 years to kind of build Griffin Station, so maybe they just did it piece by piece, nail by nail.
True, maybe they just built them up there.
Right, let's move on. We've already kind of covered the bit about No Man's Land, so let's talk about the wonder weapons.
Alright, yeah, so we get effectively 3 wonder weapons, don't we here? Or 4, I guess. Well, I suppose it technically counts as 2, doesn't it? They're both the same.
Yeah,
It's just dual wield.
yeah.
So we get the zap guns, which also form the wave gun if you combine them together. The zap guns are basically budget Wonderwolves that don't have any chaining ability. They're not the best, I'll admit. I'm not the biggest fan of the zap guns on their own.
No.
They're nice for just picking fodder off if you need, like, to keep a last zombie for something. But I don't generally use them in combat unless they're the only things I have left.
Yeah, at least they're an insta-kill.
Yeah, that's true. But when you put it together, you get the wave gun, which basically behaves like the thunder gun, in that anything within its range when it's fired is like kind of like inflates, doesn't it? And then they kind of like melt. They kind of like
I don't think
explode.
Yeah, they don't even melt, they just pop.
Yeah, they
With
kind of
a
like
ding.
expand and like, like popcorn, as Victor often says.
I love popcorn!
And this kind of plays into what you mentioned later about the Zombie Labs trailer, where they kind of do that and have like the zombies in that explode, which is pretty fun.
Yeah. So fucking gnarly.
It really was, yeah. The wave gun though, I do really like. I think the wave gun's a solid pick.
I would argue the wave gun is better than the thunder gun.
Ooh, that's a heavy claim.
For the simple reason that the thunder gun loses range after a certain after a certain range it loses power, I should say.
Yeah.
Whereas the wave gun is an insta-kill no matter where you fire it or how far you fire it from.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's a good point.
And it's still a kind of get out of jail free horde killer.
That's exactly why I like using it, just for the get out of jail free card. It's definitely really good at that.
Yeah.
So we also get a new tactical grenade in the form of the QED, or Quantum Entanglement Device, which is basically like, well, I know it's your favourite in this map.
Yeah.
It's basically a mini slot machine that you throw at the ground. And you'll get
Yeah.
any number of positive or negative effects as a result.
Yeah, we're not going to go over all of them here, but, like, it's...
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it is zombies randomness in its finest form.
Oh, absolutely. And the original troll device.
Uh-huh.
And it's funny because even the person throwing them doesn't know who they'll end up trolling with it. It's completely
Yeah,
random.
like, they can even, like cause themselves problems.
Yeah.
Something... Again, I know we're going to discuss the Chronicles version separately, but, like, I really remiss that a bunch of the kind of negative effects aren't present in the Chronicles version. Like the red double points where, like, you would actually lose points rather than get them.
Yeah, as if zombies ran into them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's only available on the Black Ops 1 version.
Yeah, I noticed that with quite a few little bits on Moon in the remaster, that there's a few little details missing from the Black Ops 1 version, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I can kind of see the argument for why they readjusted it, considering there was way more negative effects in Black Ops 1 than there was positive ones.
Oh yeah, for real. I mean, like, you still get, like, some of them, like, where, like, it might spawn a rocket launcher that fires around in a circle, which can kill you.
PTSD.
Uh-huh.
Or the fucking ray gun spinning around. Or the China
Oh,
leg.
fuck, yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh. Insta down. Gone.
Yep. Like, the moment you saw it, you, like, hit the deck, go to
Yeah, get down! Diving in front of your
Uh-huh.
teammates like that joke you always make.
Get
Mr.
down,
President!
Mr. President! I love that, like, some of the positive effects, though, can be really cool. Like, if a player is down, you throw it in front of them, or, like, even if you don't throw it in front of them, like, it can revive them.
Oh, yeah.
Can pack a punch hit one of your weapons. If you throw it down in front of a door, it might unlock it for you. Or
can't you
throw it
also
down in front of a perk
refund
machine,
a perk?
it can give you... Yeah, you can refund a perk, or it will give you a perk.
All right.
It's so cool. Like, if I'm going for high rounds, I'll keep Gersh devices. If I'm just wanting fun, I'll keep the QEDs.
Slightly off topic here, but do you miss when grenades used to be refilled, like tactical grenades used to be refilled with max ammos? I do.
Yes. Yeah.
I miss throwing three monkeys at once.
I hate that the monkey bomb has been relegated to equipment that you can build.
Yeah, I think maybe certain things can be built, like the decoys I don't mind being built, but I think really special ones like the Gershes or the QEDs Casimirs, sorry, get the technicality right. The Casimirs should be box weapons, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, like, make the box great again.
Yeah, absolutely. I keep seeing a lot of, like, this is going totally off topic here, but I keep seeing a lot of debate about what things should change for Black Ops 7. And a lot of them is, some people want the armor system gone. Personally, I don't have a huge issue with the armor system. People want shields back, but I'm like, it makes no difference. They're the same, to me at least, they're the same thing. Just one covers your back, and the other one covers your entire body, but does chip damage. I don't see what the difference is.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the armor system itself. I have more of an issue with armored zombies and super sprinters being like in the same vein. But I've ranted and raved about this plenty enough, especially last episode.
Oh yeah. At least as far
I'm sure
as
we're going to rant and rave about it more in the roundup.
Yeah, probably. I will say though, like, if there is one thing about the armor system I don't like, I preferred how it worked in Cold War, where running over the armor would immediately apply it instead of you having to manually put the plates back on each time.
Yeah.
And another point of controversy was the points system. Like, people want to go back to the classic one, but I'm like, again, this is another one that I'm like, about, because I don't want to go back to shotguns and two entire classes of weapons being rendered useless.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because, like, you can't use a sniper, you can't use a shotgun, you can't use a ray gun, you can't use a wonder weapon because it gets you no points. I don't want to go back
Yeah.
to that, you know? I think, overall, I think the new system is more of an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Personally. I don't know if you feel the same way. That's just how I feel about
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I don't know if I'm just crazy or if I'm just misremembering it, but like, I thought Black Ops 4's point system was dreadful. I did not
Yes.
like Black
Yeah.
Ops 4's point system. And I liked the old point system so much in that I liked seeing just reams and reams of 10 points just going up when I
I
made
do
it
miss
to a
that.
horde.
I do
It made
miss
my
that.
monkey brain happy. But I prefer the current point system vastly over the Black Ops 4 one.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that.
Um,
Black Ops 4's was like a poor attempt at what we have now. Like a
yeah,
prototype of it, I feel like. But it just
yeah,
wasn't.
and that's,
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say again, that's kind of why I always say Black Ops 4 is like the transition from classic zombies to new zombies.
Yeah.
Or modern zombies.
Yeah, I would totally agree. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think I'd want the old point system back. I don't think it would work with the modern system.
Yeah. Because, like I say, I don't hate the old system, but I don't think it was worth having, like I say, 2 to 3 classes that were completely untenable.
Mm-hmm.
Because they just got you no points. I think maybe there's a happy medium somewhere
Maybe.
where you can get the old monkey brain 10 points back constantly and also have shotguns and that work effectively.
One of the problems with the old system is that it got to a point where you just didn't have anything to spend on, and so you were just making points go up and up and up and up for no reason, and whereas now you're always kind of having to save up for something. Yes, everything unfortunately is a lot more expensive, such as life, but at least your points are actually being saved up for something that is actually worth saving up for, not just being stored up.
Yeah, exactly. I think some things are maybe a bit too expensive, like triple pack and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, I do like having stuff to buy to keep the progression going. I do think that's a fun loop.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've totally taken us off topic here.
It's Undead Ramblings for a reason, folks.
Absolutely. I just wanted to get it off my chest because I keep seeing it come up, and I was just wondering what your take on it might be.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, we'll discuss this more in the roundup episode, I think.
Yeah.
But moving on, let's talk about. We've spoken quite a bit about the QEDs. Just a note here: the Gersh device returns in this map, which is pretty cool. Kind of replaces the monkey bomb. But we also get 2 new pieces of equipment in this map.
Yeah, so we get the hacker, which is something we can use to like do a bunch of different things. Really, isn't it? It's like we can spin the box and re-spin the box so you get like or at least is it a maximum of twice you can hack it.
You can spin the box, so you pay $9.50 to buy the box. Then you spin it again for another $9.50, and then you get to spin it again. Or no, you then get to hack it a second time, and it turns the weapon into a power-up. You get refunded 950 points, and no, you don't even. Sorry, ignore me. I'm chatting bullshit here. So you pay 950 points to open the box.
Yeah.
You then get to spin it again for free with the hacker.
I don't think it's for
and
free.
then
I think it's 500
you
points.
don't. Is it 5? Maybe you're right.
I think you want to get refunded on the last one.
Yeah, but you get refunded 950 points, don't you?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so you're still buying the box for cheaper anyway. But the second hack turns the box weapon into a power up, which either yourself or other players can pick up.
Which is cool, because this was a feature we didn't get till Black Ops 4, was it? The ability to share box weapons.
Weapon sharing, yeah. I'm technically Black Ops 3 and Revelations.
True,
You can
yeah,
share
the table.
weapons, but in terms of actual box weapon sharing, yeah, you don't get that in Black Ops 4 until Black Ops 4.
Oh, it's a really cool feature. I'm glad that it's. I believe it's still a thing in Black Ops 6, but I don't use the box enough to tell you. I think it is, though. I'm sure punching it still gives it away if you don't want it.
I think the only thing... okay, punching it, okay. Because I know that you can just grab the weapon and it drops, like, your current held one onto the ground.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure it does. You can give it away as well if you punch it, I think.
That's cool. We need more, consistent ways of sharing things in zombies.
We need a way of sharing points. We're on Black Ops 6 and we still can't share points. It's outrageous.
Isn't that one of the abilities of the hacker, is being able to share points?
Yeah, they were doing it in 2010 and we still can't do it now.
Yeah, this has been one of yours and my kind of biggest complaints with Treyarch zombies, is that, like, they never have had a consistent way of sharing points.
I know, like, shout-outs to World War II zombies for having a consistent point-sharing method that was actually really easy and fun to engage with. That didn't require you to use bring up, like, wasted gobblegum slot on it. You know what I mean? It was just a one-button press away, and you could do it.
Yeah.
Look, I get that they have all these different things, you know, assigned to the D-pad now. So it's difficult to find a button. But there must be a way. Like, give us a machine that lets us drop money.
I mean, we had the bank all in Black Ops 2.
Exactly! I don't know if you knew about this, but there's a bank in Citadel as well. Ugh.
Is there?
Yes. If you know the well on the right side of the map, if you throw a grenade in there, I think it has to be an explosive of some variety, a parasite will come out on a boss round, and if you kill it, you can start putting money in there and it'll share it with anyone else who wants to take money out. Why isn't that in the rest of the season? Ugh. They're so inconsistent that it's frustrating. Please keep the bank. Or at least, if not... I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but, like, if not the bank, at least give us the means to share what points we have in that game. I understand why they don't want to bring a bank back. You know, it was broken. Truth be told.
No, the bank was broken as fuck.
But at least let us share our points that we've earned in that match. That's all fair game, isn't it? You'd think.
Absolutely. I think having like a machine where you could just kind of go up, deposit a bunch of points, and then if you hit X or something, I don't know. I don't know how it would work. Like, but a machine where like two players could access it and share points with one another would be amazing.
Exactly, like that's what I'm thinking. Like have something
maybe two machines, a deposit machine and a withdrawal machine. Like have a communal kind of point sharer where like anyone who goes up to the deposit one will kind of add to the pool in there, and if someone needs it, then they can withdraw.
Exactly, like make it like a perk machine or something that just pops up around the map. Well, I mean,
you and I need to go work at Treyarch.
I mean, we've seen it's we've seen with like the Pack-a-Punch that it's possible to have a UI in zombies now with perk machines. So you could maybe even have it so you can like put your money in, and keep a certain amount for certain players. If you only want certain players to have a certain amount or something like that, they could go really in depth with it, but it's just frustrating. I just think it should be like there's nothing worse than having a friend that you're playing with that's fallen on their arse, you know, they're struggling, they can't get back on their feet, and you can't even help them out. You're sitting there on your bloody mountain of gold. You know what I mean?
Just for the record, this is usually Josh's and my experience. I'm the one that is at zombies poverty level. Meanwhile, Josh is like the Elon Musk of zombies.
I would not say that at all, but I'll take your word.
Here's me struggling to get like PAP 1 on round 15 while Josh is already rocking like PAP 3 on all three of his weapons.
It does suck though when you're like, oh, we're ready for the boss fight, but I need to save up for 1 or 2 more perks. I'm like, I could give you that money, but I can't. You know what I mean?
In other words, I'm the one dragging us back from the boss fight.
No. You're reading too much into it.
Come on, Aiden, we could have done this boss fight 10 rounds ago, but you had to go down.
In all seriousness, though, I do really hope they add a feature like that in Black Ops 7. Or if not, please put a consistent feature in. I mean, they've been good about it since Cold War. Most of Cold War's stuff has kept going since Cold War, so maybe if they do add it in Black Ops 7, it'll stick. But who knows? I'm hoping that because
feels like they've got nothing else to innovate on, so let's kind of innovate on point sharing.
Exactly. This is, like I say, something that they should have innovated on years ago. And they did, but they keep walking it back.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, rant over. Back to the document. Okay, so...
oh, God. So, just kind of talking about the hacker again real quick. I love all the things you can do with it. Like, if you're a smart player, you can kind of refund your perks or give players points or even, like, make your weapons cheaper, like, to buy... What's the method of kind of when you pack a punch a gun? You can hack a wall gun, can't you, to make buying ammo for it cheaper? Yeah,
I believe it makes... If you flip it, standard ammo is 4,500 and regular ammo is like whatever the original price was.
Which is so good.
Yeah, this is another reason why I love camping the spot outside with the mule kick and all that. And also, a good use for... a good excuse to use the hacker is you bought mule kick and then you realised that it's not worth it and you refunded it on your first playthrough. So there's a good use case for the hacker.
Yeah. And like being able to buy doors or like repair windows like straight away is really, really cool. One of my favourite uses of it is when you hack power-ups to get a max ammo.
Oh yeah. Is it a random roll or is it always a max ammo? I think it's always, isn't it?
I think you can hack it again. I think you can hack it twice, and I think the first one's a random roll, and then the second time is a guaranteed max ammo.
Oh right, okay. I'm assuming it costs a fortune though. I have done it before, but just not in a long time.
No, don't cost anything.
Oh really? I'm surprised they let that get away.
Yeah, I mean you're obviously playing against the time of the power up, but
true.
I don't think there's any kind of points cost involved.
Oh right, that's pretty cool. I might have to try that next time I play it.
And obviously, the hacker is a guaranteed way to stop the excavators.
Oh yeah, for sure. I will say though, like some of the panels to stop the excavators have been sadistically placed. Like that one on the to the right. Well, if you're facing away from Quick Revive, the one on the right that leads to Tunnel 11, that one is like in between 2 computers in a 1-person wide little gangway. So you're literally, if you do that like any time mid round, you're screwed without a Gersh device or something.
I think don't most high round players just forget about the excavators after a certain time?
See, I wish you could, but if you were doing the strategy I did without letting them land, you can't forget about them. Or at least Tunnel 11 you can't. But obviously, the more you hack Tunnel 11, the more... Well, if you only hack Tunnel 11, you're going to keep getting that one every time, so you have to... Oh, was that something you ever experienced back in the old days when it came out? Sometimes, like, they would just stop coming altogether after a certain round.
It rings a bell, vaguely.
Yeah, they just would stop occurring at all after, like, round 30 or something.
You know, thinking about it, I think that's... why one of my Easter egg runs on it way back in the day just stopped dead, because we weren't getting excavators.
Yeah, it definitely happened to me. It was I was doing it with Liam, and we managed to find. Well, I was playing with another two people that I used to play with, and we got to like round 30. It was like supposed to be that, oh, we're doing it for player now. It's going to be that guaranteed run where we do it. No, because the excavators just decided to give up and stop showing up altogether. It was so annoying.
Yeah, and you're like hours of your life are currently wasted now because
Exactly.
we've been waiting around for these poxy excavators.
Yeah, I mean, I did a run on it recently, actually, on PS4 or PS5 rather, and it took me till like round 32 to get Excavator Pie. I was like,
Is that on Chronicles?
Yeah.
Oof.
I still managed to do it though, so I was pretty chuffed with that.
Nice.
But
Did
was
you
tough.
not do the? Did you not do the classic method of like letting the other excavators come down so that Pi would eventually?
I did, but it just wouldn't.
Oh my
trigger.
god! Okay.
Yeah. It was absolutely ludicrous.
That's bad luck.
Aye.
Um.
I was about ready to
as well
walk
as-
away, like thinking it was bugged. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was just gonna kind of move us on from the kind of hacker and kind of mention
Oh.
about the PES suit.
This bastard.
Huh?
This bastard.
the spacesuit.
No, I thought you were talking about the astronaut zombie.
Oh no! Well, I mean, we'll move on to him like pretty sharp. But the other piece of equipment that was introduced was the PES suit.
Yes.
Now you could only hold either that or the hacker, and the
Which is
the
hilarious
spacesuit.
to me. Oh,
I know.
I've got this. I have to undress. Give me a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why?
Uh-huh.
Is it like a modern like touchscreen phone? Does it not work with the suit's gloves? Like, why?
You think? So yeah, there is that, and the PES suit lets you survive in zero oxygen areas without for long periods. So
Yeah.
pretty much what it says on the tin is the spacesuit.
Yeah.
And
And thankfully, there's plenty of them scattered all throughout the map. So.
yeah, like throughout every airlock between areas, there's always a place to pick one up, so you're not going to run short on them.
Yeah. Which is definitely comes in clutch with the hacker if you need to swap.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's talk about the astronaut zombie then. The brand new enemy in this map.
I hate this guy. Especially in Black Ops 1. But I suppose we should give the rundown first before we go into why I hate him.
Yeah.
Basically, as the title would suggest, he's an astronaut who's just running around in the same suit you are. He can only walk, thankfully, at like a really slow pace. But if he grabs a hold of you, he will take one perk of yours at total random. And he is silent as a mouse, which is insufferable on Moon because he always catches you behind doors. He's so frustrating to deal with. Especially in Black Ops 1, because I remember one particular Easter egg run where we were doing the step where you filled the canisters and he appeared right behind the pyramid. Because of course he did.
Uh-huh.
I won't go into it, but thankfully they do address that in using a certain method in Chronicles. So we'll cover that when we cover those ones. But
Is that the one where he only spawns in the receiving bay?
Yeah, which is so much better. It's still annoying because he can still sneak up on you, but I'd much rather that than him appear right behind you or on top of you like he did there.
I've had games where I have teleported from Area 51,
Yeah.
bought Quick Revive, and as I've just drunk the perk, he spawns right in front of me and he grabs me and takes away my Quick Revive.
Oh, he's so dirt cheap. He really is. I know he has like the radio chatter in Chronicles, but I don't remember if he does in Black Ops 1. I think he does.
No, he doesn't. He just has his Darth Vader breathing.
Right, okay. There are a few funny bugs associated with him that make him worth it, though. One of them being, I know which one you're thinking of, but one of them being, when you kill him, sometimes his eyes drop to the ground, even though he doesn't have glowing eyes.
Yeah, no, I've seen that. Like, I noticed it more on when we beat, like, when Richtofen takes control and he gets blue eyes. And
Yeah.
I'm running around the biodome and I'm just seeing these pair of blue eyes on the ground. And I'm like, what on earth is this?
Yeah, there you go.
I can only assume that what it is that the way it kind of technically works is that he has a kind of quote unquote skeleton that when he bursts and dies, the skeleton that holds him together is invisible, and so that has to fall to the ground.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't just disappear.
I'm assuming so, yeah. I feel like I'm pretty sure as well, like I could be wrong on this, but I'm sure like you know how like the eyes, well obviously you know how like the eyes glow in zombies, but you know how they have like those like light shafts that come off of their eyes as well, like the cones. Yeah, I think that's like an affecting engine because that's not associated with the models. So I'm assuming that that's tagged to like the eye model on the, or the head model on the whatever character it might be. So I'm assuming they're kind of like tied as well to every zombie or boss type. So I'm assuming that's why its eyes it has eyes even though you can't see its head. And I can assure you it doesn't have one. There's nothing under that visor.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think it must be invisible then, because, or at least the kind of, when I say skeleton, I mean like the kind of thing they build around to create the model. Like,
like
when you kill a normal zombie, when you kill a zombie, it drops down dead, and you can still see its like body on the ground. Whereas the astronaut, because it explodes, I don't think it disappears. I think the actual kind of skeleton has to kind of drop down, but that itself is invisible.
Yeah, that does sound right to me. Sounds like it tracks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no game developer, so if someone in the comment wants to let me know if I'm wrong or just chat shit about this.
I mean, it sounds on brand for me. I think like I said, there's definitely has to be a reason why it drops to the ground like a regular zombie.
There are a couple of other bugs that I know of. The classic one where he's dancing in the doorway.
Yes, the best one. This one's so fun to do after the Easter egg when you have all your permanent perks and no one's at any risk.
Oh yeah.
For those who haven't seen it though, if you throw Gersh, I believe, it doesn't happen every time. But eventually, like if you use
separate bug entirely.
Yeah, it's true. It is. Yeah, it's if you jump on the pads, isn't it? Eventually, he gets like kind of stuck and starts doing that thing with his arms.
Yeah.
But if you throw a Gersh when he's doing that, I think he has to be doing that first. He will eventually start getting like pulled towards it like a zombie. Which is
and
funny.
He's perpetually like moonwalking and like sliding backwards towards you.
But yeah, I was gonna say you probably think, well, just wait like 5 seconds for the Gersh to die out and then you'll be fine. No, it goes on. He will continue to do that forever until he's dealt with. He does not return to his walking animation at all. He will slide after you for the best of the game.
I've done some games where I've just left him while he's like that and like running around perpetually just because it adds an extra little bit of challenge.
Yeah, we should do that for a video at some point, like a live stream.
Pretty cool thing about the astronaut zombie is that it's a bit. I mean, it's very obvious now. Like everyone knows who it is, but like, Treyarch tried to be a bit tricksy back in the day, and on Black Ops 1, the name that will appear above the astronaut zombie will be one of your someone in your friends list.
Yeah, I did mention this in other. So I'm glad you brought it up here.
Which is really cool. I don't think that's the case in the Chronicles version. I think it's just a Treyarch developer.
Yeah, it's just combat training names in Black Ops 3. Like like Vondahar or something like that.
Blundell. I've seen a couple of Blundells.
Ah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool. Don't think I've ever
Yeah.
seen a Zelensky though. That could be wrong. I don't know if he works there in Black Ops 3.
I
Mm.
sorry.
I'd say I don't know if he still worked there during Black Ops 3.
No, he
No.
left after Buried.
Ah, that makes sense then. Fair enough.
But
I
I
will
think
say,
if you play offline on Moon, it does use tryout developer names, and I think there is a Zelensky on there.
yeah, that's literally what I was about to say. I'm sure if you play offline, it does use those ones, which is pretty cool.
I can't imagine anyone ever getting caught out by one of their friends, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'd be thinking like sometimes I've had it where like I'd have a friend that had 2 accounts, and it would show the second account, and I'm like, oh, it's you.
I kind of wish they kind of do that like in a more sophisticated way, where it makes you think like someone you're maybe playing with is there, but it's actually like a trick.
Like Zetsubo.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, Zetsubo. I've never seen it myself. I've never been able to get it to work, but I want to because it sounds like such a good jump scare. Yeah, I do think that in Chronicles they maybe could have expanded on him a bit for that aspect. But then again, I suppose they took your friends list out, didn't they? So I suppose it probably wouldn't work. I wonder what changed that made them take it out.
Probably like online data or whatever.
Oh, maybe.
Hey ho. So, was there anything else you wanted to discuss about the astronaut?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, let's just briefly go over. So there's a new Nova Crawler variant that can now teleport. These guys only appear in the labs, thankfully, so kind of like they do in 5. Yeah, that's cool. I never really cared for them myself, to be honest. What about you?
Well, it's the first of many, which isn't immediately sours the mood a bit, because we'd see the Nova Crawlers again, like, plenty of times from this point.
Yeah. I think we got like 5 or 6 different variants of the Nova Crawlers now.
Something like that, yeah, something outrageous. I didn't mind them in Moon. I don't think they're that bad. I like that they're only confined to one part of the map. One funny memory I have is when they always, like, they jet forward and teleport from the door that leads outside to the box, and they always get stuck on the top of that rock. And they just float in the air, not doing anything for, like, 5 minutes while they gradually fall down.
Yeah, I've had that where I'm in the labs and it's low gravity and they just kind of teleport forward and then they're stuck in the midair on like look like they're standing on the ground and they're just slowly like
descend
down.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're terrible. I think I will say they're the reason I don't push through the labs mid round anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every other zombie's fine, but dealing with those as well can be a bit of a headache.
Yeah, and it's like the moment you step 1 foot into the labs mid-round, that's them appearing for the rest of the round.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're okay, I suppose. I don't have any serious problems with them.
We got the introduction of a brand new perk, Mule Kick.
Oh boy.
Which was retroactively added from this map to all of the previous maps and the World at War ports.
Yeah, I'll give them that. That was pretty cool that they did that. I still appreciate it, even if I don't use it. I sometimes buy it on Nact just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Just to have 3 weapons for the crack, because why not? But yeah, basically, for anyone who hasn't used it before and who plays Black Ops 6 exclusively and hasn't seen it because they didn't bring it back, it basically lets you carry 3 weapons. That's pretty much it.
Which on paper sounds cool, and at the time it was really cool to be able to have like 3 weapons.
Yeah.
But it was very, very inefficient.
I think its biggest issue is one that we've talked about in length outside the podcast, and that it doesn't show what weapon is your mule kick weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So you often forget. So you end up getting a ray gun and then not realizing your ray gun is your third
Your
weapon.
mule kick slot, yeah.
Yeah, so you end up losing it, like about a couple rounds later.
Uh-huh. And it's not like it's a cheap investment either. Like, it costs 4,000 points, which when
Is it
you
the
are
most
like
expensive perk up to that point? Pretty
up
sure
to
it
this
is.
point, yeah. To be honest, up until oh god, I want to say up until maybe Black Ops 4, certainly up until Cold War. I
Yeah.
think Mule Kick and Widow's Wail were the most expensive perks at 4,000 points.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not cheap for what you get.
Mm-hmm. Which, when you're investing something like a ray gun or, God forbid, a like actual proper wonder weapon, and then you go down and you lose it, that's a heck of an investment lost.
Yeah, exactly. It does really hurt when you pack-a-punched a gun and then you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a perk I
Thankfully,
personally pick up. What were you going to say, sorry?
I was going to say, thankfully, that's an issue they kind of address in later maps and what other developers address as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think, was it Infinity Ward were the first ones to do it in Infinite Warfare?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just add a little symbol.
Yeah, so if you had it equipped, you'd know. Which is good, especially with... I mean, it's a good map to have it, I suppose, because on Moon, you can get all the perks permanently.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose if there was any map to add it on, this would probably be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can see the utility for it, but again, if you're just playing a standard match and you've only got like 4 perk slots, it wouldn't be one of mine.
No, I think I'd rather go for the original 4.
Yeah, or stamina up or something like that.
Deadshot.
Your PhD if you've got the ray gun, something like that.
Yeah, PhD's a very good shot, especially on the in the biodome.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's quite a lot of perks on them. How many perks is it you get for doing Easter egg on this?
It's 8, isn't it?
I think you're right.
Got the 4 originals: Stamina, PhD, Mule Kick, and Deadshot.
Yeah, right you are. So yeah, it's definitely worth getting it, like using at the end of the Easter egg, because you can't lose it. But I wouldn't, I wouldn't recommend it other than that. At least not this iteration of it. Maybe future ones. I think Mule Kick has some benefits in Cold War that make it kind of worth picking up. I'm sure it gets you like extra salvage or something.
Yeah, it's got this always kind of like variation stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Plus, again, it lets you know which one's your actual Mule Kick weapon.
Exactly. That alone makes it worth having. What you end up typically doing is you pick your 2 best weapons and then put whatever point building weapon you want as your Mule Kick weapon.
Yeah, absolutely.
That way you can just run wild with 2 wonder weapons or something.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I did back in the day when Mule Kick came out. It's like, I usually had like my main weapon, my wonder weapon slot, and then something for a wall weapon.
Yeah.
For my Mule Kick one.
It's like the good old Ascension strat of like running around with the, is it the MP5? That's like on the wall outside Power.
Yeah.
Just running laps on there and getting tons of points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I say, I'm glad that I am glad that they retrofitted it into the previous maps as well, even though I don't use it that much.
Yeah. It's good to just have the option. Like, variety is the spice of life.
Yeah, absolutely. You ready to move on to the next bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so this is the first map to have a 2-part Easter egg. Is it the only one?
I didn't know if it was the only one. I kind of feel like it is.
Yeah.
I can't imagine any others. Like, I know, like, you could say, like, all maps have, like, an Act 1, 2, and 3 for their Easter eggs, but what we mean by this is that...
Whoops. Just keep going. That's me knocking shit over.
No worries. What we mean by 2-parter is that there's the point from the start of the egg up until Richtofen and Samantha switch souls.
Yeah.
where do you need like 4 players to complete that, or can only 1 player complete that?
Which one, sorry?
The first half of the Easter egg.
For Moon. You can do 2
Yeah.
players for all of it, can't you?
Yeah, I know, but isn't there a part where you can complete it up, which you can do solo up until?
Yeah,
Or
it's the first part, the filling the canisters, I believe.
Yeah, so you can do that solo, or with multiple people. But then, if you want to complete the second half of the Easter egg, which is like, where you work to kind of destroy the Earth, then you'll need 4 players.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was.
Which we've never had since, have we?
No, not really. It's kind of like the first super Easter egg, I suppose. Moon, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
I was gonna say, like, I guess you could maybe liken it to Origins with like the ending cutscene, where you can technically do a second bit on it, but you don't have to. Yeah,
What do you mean?
because you can do the drone bit at the end of the Easter egg if you want.
Oh yeah, but that's like just a step. It's not a whole
Yeah.
kind of half and half, is it?
No, it's purely superficial, but even still. Yeah, no, I do think it's pretty cool that they did that. So you do need to have done the ensemble cast Easter egg for Call of the Dead and what's Shangri-La? Time Travel Will Tell.
Yep.
In order to complete this, or at least one player in your party has to have. I believe the host must have done it.
You need to be able to have the golden rod instead of the golden turd.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And also, I believe the host is always Richthofen, which is also required for this map. So yeah, as long as you have all those prerequisites, you're able to complete the second half as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day having to fight to find enough people to do ensemble cast and that to get this done.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I had them both done, or at least I had Shangri-La done, but I didn't have ensemble cast done for like the longest time, so I had to go back and retroactively do that to get.
Yeah,
that part.
I think Shangri-La is the outlier here, because like that's an Easter egg you definitely needed all 4 players for, rather than like this map and Call of the Dead you just need at least 2 players, but you definitely needed 4 players for Shangri-La, which made like doing the full Easter egg on this a little bit awkward sometimes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I say, back when I did it, I was playing between groups, like a group of 2 and a group of 4, so I was constantly having one player who hadn't done it, and we had to constantly try and find ways to get a 4-player match going so we could do it, and it was such a pain. I'm glad we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, man.
Because like I say, I myself had to go back and redo Call of the Dead, which is an absolute headache. Like I say, I didn't pick it up until after the fact.
Yeah, don't blame me.
Well, that was good, because I had done the solo version, just not the multiplayer one. Which was really annoying.
See, I mean, you and I have spoken a couple of times about this, but I had the opposite issue where I had a friend who did the multiplayer version, but not the solo version, and we couldn't do the egg until he'd done the do Moon's Easter egg until he'd done the solo version as well.
That is so weird.
Which it must have been a bug or something, but I don't know
yeah.
what would cause that.
I was going to say, as far as I remember, it was always the co-op one that counted, because it was saved on their end when it was done. I think.
Yeah.
Because I know if you went on solo and started a game of like Moon, you wouldn't have any of the gadgets that you need, like the Vil device or focusing stone.
Right. Sorry to kind of rush, because I need to go in like 40 minutes or so. So.
Oh, it's alright. It's alright.
Let's crack on. So there's a couple more things to mention in this. So just real quick, it's the first map to have 5-player characters, which we've already mentioned. So that's Ultimus and Samantha. It's the first map to change the zombies' eye colour from orange to blue during the Easter egg. And we'll discuss this a bit more in the music section, but up to this point, and I still think this might still be the case, this is the map with the most music Easter eggs in it.
Yeah, I think that's the case. Pretty confident.
So, let's discuss the Easter egg.
I feel like we've kind of gone over a lot of it already, to be honest. In bits and pieces.
So the rough kind of idea of the Easter egg is is Richtoffen's grand scheme, and it's helping him take control of the ether and the zombies, and then helping Maxis destroy the Earth to stop Richtoffen. I think this is probably one of the most memorable and iconic Easter eggs for a lot of players. Namely, I think for that final step.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your favourite and least favourite steps?
Favourite steps? Again, I'm probably going to have to place the filling the canisters one. I do think that one is etched into my memory, especially, like you said, Sam shouting at you as you're doing it. Really gets the adrenaline pumping. I do think they kind of almost ruined that in a way in the Chronicles version, because it seems like the zombie count that you need to fill the jars is so much lower in that version that Sam's lines start to overlap. She starts shouting like really quickly, and it just totally kills the mood. That's one part of the Black Ops 1 version I definitely prefer.
I have a feeling what it might be is that, because I think each canister takes 25 zombies, and I think it's the fact that that in Black Ops 3 you're killing zombies a lot quicker rather than in Black Ops 1. You're kind of, it's not like your weapons aren't as strong as the ones in Black Ops 3.
It's true. I don't know, I just don't, even when using like stuff like the wave gun, I don't remember ever having a like overlap with herself on that version. It's crazy. But it's not a big deal, you know, it's whatever. You can still do the whole Easter egg, so what does it matter? Least favourite steps is probably probably just like not so much a single step, but just the RNG in general.
Yeah, that's something I mentioned later on in this.
Which sadly makes up most of this map's Easter egg. It's re-rolling the box because you need both the Gershes and the QEDs for it.
Multiple times.
God forbid you're playing Chronicles and you're trying to do it solo and you need to keep alternating. Dear Lord, they're so rare to get.
yeah. Like, then the problem is, as I just said, like you need them multiple times for various different steps.
Exactly. Yeah.
Switch them in and out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't particularly have a distinct step that I don't like. It's just a case of RNG in general was at its worst in this map, I think.
Yeah.
It probably still is. I'd probably still say that this map has the worst RNG.
Oh yeah, for real. I mean, you're not only like spinning for wonder weapons and the various tactical grenades, you're waiting for the right excavator to show up as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which you need Tunnel 6 for this Easter egg.
At least though, at least there's a method to that where you can force it. But with the box, you're just totally screwed. You have to just spam the hacker like no one's business to try and re-roll as many times as you can. Yeah, I think
for real.
I think the number for how rare it is way too low on that map. It should have been adjusted, I think. But yeah, what about you?
So I think firstly I want to kind of make a note on how cool Samantha's reveal was.
Oh yeah.
Like when the pyramid opens and you see Samantha for the first time, like that's just etched into my memory, and I love that kind of visual.
Oh yeah.
In terms of favorite step, or steps I should say, I'm in two minds. Like, one, I love the zombies, like the killing the zombies for the 4 canisters. It's such a kind of build up.
Yeah.
building all that tension up until that point where like Richtofen and Sam swap bodies, and just it makes it so climactic. There's so many climactic moments in this egg.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I also, it might just be Stockholm syndrome on my part, but I also really like Simon Says.
I don't dislike it, but I have too many bad memories of doing it solo when no one's keeping a zombie, and that doing it on your own is torturous.
No, that I would agree with you on that. I did not like it for that reason in Der Eisendrache. But I was always, in all of my runs, I've always been the friend to do the Simon Says section, so it's kind of like my job now. I take pride in my work.
If there's any takeaway that anyone should have from this podcast, it's that my memory isn't great. So if it comes to Simon Says, you can already secure the fact that I'm not doing it.
Yep. I think in every kind of version of Simon Says, it's always been me who's done it, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. For our runs, anyway.
Least favourite step, I think I'm right there with you in that I don't like the RNG. I'm not particularly a fan of that step where you have to type onto the computer for all that time.
Oh yeah, you have to tap X for half an hour or so.
yeah. Like, while it's a great step for kind of exposition and such, it's so boring.
It is.
It really kills the pacing altogether.
Oh, it really does. So he's making me yawn. No, yeah, I do. I totally agree. Especially, again, if you haven't got someone keeping the zombie for you, it can be a total nightmare trying to run back and forth to keep the zombie away.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't say it's bad, though.
And then we... No, it's not terrible. I mean, we've definitely had a lot worse steps.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, since. But, like, yeah. I mean, if I had to pick a bad step, then... Or my least favourite step, it's not even bad. If I had to pick a least favourite step, then that's the one I'd have to take.
If I had to pick a distinct one, it might be having to hack those panels in the labs. The amount of times there's like a Nova Crawler would spawn in halfway through and they start hitting and you're like, oh my god, get away!
Absolutely. I would say this is probably one of our most dynamic Easter eggs in that we get the change of demonic announcer from Sam to Richtofen, and we get the eye color changes, which is really cool. And with Richtofen kind of taking control, all of the demonic announcer voices changed to him. I've mentioned this in the music section, but I'll say it here. Like, we get a brand new fire sale theme.
Oh, yes, one of the best.
It is.
Absolute classic.
And then a reward initially for the Richtofen player, but then once the full leg is complete, for all players, is everyone gets a free permanent perkaholic. Is this the last map that, or do we get like permanent perks in permanent perkaholics in for completing the Black Ops 2 Easter eggs?
Black Ops 2, I don't know if they're permanent. I don't think they are in Black Ops 3. Pretty sure they're not. Yeah, this might be the last time.
I think,
at least off the top of my head.
I mean, it's funny. I know that Shang kind of did it first, but this map, I think, for a lot of people, cemented the perkaholic Easter egg reward, didn't it?
It really did, yeah. Now it's kind of become expected of newer games, which again I do think is kind of a bit redundant now, especially considering you can already get every perk by just playing.
Yeah, and this is like it. Like back in the day, like you were only limited to 4 perks, so getting a perkaholic actually felt worth it.
Yeah, nowadays it's like just give me to around 25 and I'll have them all anyway.
Exactly. Like, more often than not, like if I complete an Easter egg on Black Ops 6, I'm like, oh, I got melon macchiato, yay!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a shame because like you don't feel any more powerful coming out of it than you did going in. Most of the time with the boss fight.
exactly. I think they need to kind of really think about Easter egg rewards and what that entails.
Yeah, I do like the legendary like upgrades and stuff though. I'll give them that. That was a nice touch, you know, like the wrenches and the upgrade crystals.
Oh, the kind of all the stuff they threw in the ground. Yeah,
that was good.
Nice little. Was there anything more you wanted to discuss about the main Easter egg?
Not particularly. I see you've mentioned RNG here, but I feel like we've gone off on that.
Yeah, we've definitely covered that. All right, let's cover our favourite section, the music. And there's a lot to go over here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So, like you said, this is the game with the map with I keep saying game. Jesus Christ. This is the map with the most, potentially the most Easter egg songs on it. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So first off, we have "Coming Home" by again Kevin Sherwood and Alina Siegman. So this one's a bit more controversial, isn't it?
Yeah.
I personally like it. I do understand why people don't. It's definitely, especially the verse and the outro, can be a bit screechy. Seems to be a big word I'm using for this map, actually, with Sam and Noah. It's again very scream heavy. So most of it is screaming, and the chorus, and I believe the bridge is clean. It can, like I say, it's very intense. It's very short. It's quite a short one compared to the previous ones. I personally think it fits with the map pretty well. I don't know, there's something about the instrumental and all that just, I don't know, just works with the moon for me. I know that could be purely superficial and has absolutely no like worth whatsoever, but I don't know, it just sounds right for me personally. What about you?
You kind of hit the nail on the head there. I think I like the kind of chorus and the bridge, but it's a bit too scream heavy for me. I like a little bit of scream, but this was a bit too much for my taste. Not saying it's a bad song whatsoever, but if I had to rank it, it'd be probably my second lowest one after or before went back down on this game.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I mean, to be fair though, it's not even like that much of an insult really, because it's such steep competition in Black Ops 1. All the songs in Black Ops 1 are great, pretty much.
Oh yeah, for real.
Apart from Won't Back Down.
Yeah. For real. And like this isn't any kind of like my dislike. You can't like them all. Like there's kind of where I'm coming from. It's like you're not going to like every single one of them. And
just wait till transit.
I think. And I think if this is Elena's like worst for me, then that tells a lot of how great I think she is in everything else.
Yeah, absolutely. Like just how high the bar is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's I do one like it's not so much the song itself, but I do like the quote that Dempsey says when you get when you activate the song. It's like another ditty by Elena and Kevin.
Yeah.
It's a nice little quote.
So good. I miss when they made comments on the songs.
Exactly. Like, I mean, they've just confirmed in Reckoning that Samantha's piece actually played in the outro, so just go all out.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So there's another hidden song in here, or I suppose a hidden song, which is Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold, which is really cool that they added this one.
I love this song. It's such a good banger. Like
it really is
so good. I love the beat of it. I love the pacing. The verses are just. This is probably one of my favorite Avenged songs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The only issue I have with it, not so much the song, but just the way you trigger it, is that the player has to die in order for
Oh,
it
yeah.
to play, which sucks. I don't want death to be a mandatory thing to play a song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose, like, being as it's not the main event song, like, it kind of gets a bit of a pass for me.
I would, but it's such a good song that it's almost criminal that it goes unplayed half the time.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah.
The only time I'd ever go down for it is if we're doing an Easter egg run and we've got Perkaholics, so it's completely pointless whether we die or not.
Yeah, for real.
That's literally the only time I'd ever put it on by choice.
I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I've actually heard it in game.
Yeah. At least there's always the option of just putting it on, like on Spotify or something like that while you're playing. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's also tied to, just quickly elaborating on that, it is also tied to an achievement for One Giant Leap, which is by dying and coming back in spawn when the excavators are down, blocking the way back.
Yep.
Alright, what were you going to say, sorry?
I was just going to say, just kind of moving on, like, we got 3 kind of, I want to say 8-bit versions, but I don't know if so we got a remake of the Damned main, like the main menu theme, Damned, called Redamned. Is that 8-bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we got 3 8-bit versions. So we got Redamned, Coming Home, and Pareidolia, all 8-bit versions, which can be activated via some computer terminals.
Yeah, I like all of them. They're all really solid. I wouldn't be surprised to learn they were from Dead Ops and Cut.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't surprise me. I think it's cool that
they are DLC songs, aren't they? So maybe not.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's cool that they kind of got, each of these got their own kind of updated, remade versions in the Chronicles version.
Oh yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. And we've already mentioned the last 2 things, which is Richtofen's Fire Cell and the first map not to have a traditional game over song. We got the laugh instead. But I'll let you take away on this last one of the loading screen music.
Oh yeah. So this is the first map that features a rendition of the Samantha's Lullaby theme, which again would be used pretty prominently throughout the rest of the franchise, I guess, if you want to call it that. Yeah. In fact, I think it's even used in Sam's boss. There's your intro skip for you. Sam's boss theme in Reckoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still being used today, which is crazy to think about. Yeah, it's a really good theme. I do really like it. It's had like 100 renditions now. But it's always nice to go back and hear the original version as well. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I love how this theme and Richtofen's Delight, or the Ether theme, are constantly being used to kind of show the two sides.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's so kind of so poetic, really.
It really is.
Yeah. And one particular standout thing about the original Samantha's Lullaby, is that bit at the very end where you can hear her say, like, "Do you hear the voices?" which is so cool.
Oh yeah, it's probably worth mentioning as well, considering I don't think we're going to get another chance to talk about it. There's some pretty cool stuff on this loading screen.
Yeah.
They've got like a bunch of callbacks to previous maps. Would you better timestamp this just so I can put it on screen?
Yeah, absolutely. So like, I'll let you guys we'll let you guys have a look at what's on screen. But it's basically like one of those like classic comic book adverts that you get, like advert pages.
It's like an Argos catalogue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's just showing a bunch of items from like previous maps. Like, I'm trying to remember specifically what's on it. I think Speed Collar's on it.
Speed Collar, the Thunder Gun. I think there's a statue from like one of the Pack-a-Punch statues from Shangri-La.
Is there a lunar lander? I believe there's a lunar lander.
Probably, yeah. I mean, you guys can probably see it on screen, but there's loads of shit on there. And I think on the Chronicles version of this loading screen, some of the wording's actually legible.
Oh, right, cool. I'll have to go double check that.
It's a bit more high definition rather than the blurred out version you see in the original one.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to have a look. I'll probably, if I do post it on screen, I'll probably just show that version instead. Given it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I think I did that for Shangri-La, actually. I'm pretty sure the one on screen was the Chronicles.
Makes sense.
Pretty sure.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I was just going to go into like the stuff on the right. It's again another loading screen that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Astronauts outside of pyramids flying off into space that look nothing like the NPD.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, this is it's typical kind of classic zombies comic book loading screen fare.
Yeah, nothing on it makes sense, more or less.
It's all esoterical.
Pretty much. All right. Is there anything else you want to add onto that, or do you want to move on to other?
No, let's kind of come into land here and go over the other sections. So, kind of kicking us off, we got the trailers for the map.
Yes, Zombie Labs.
Zombie Labs, never to be mentioned again.
The highest budget zombies has ever been.
I think this is this the only kind of live action stuff we've had when it comes to zombies?
Apart from a few skits at the Treyarch offices, yes. I remember they had the like the people dressed up as zombies in the offices for some of them.
Yeah.
But nothing full fledged like this one. Like this one, like had proper effects and also it's like the Nova Crawler costume.
The Nova Crawler costume is like fucking scary.
So
like
good.
My god.
That should be in a museum somewhere.
I genuinely felt unnerved when I first saw that.
Oh yeah. Now you know what it'd be like to have one actually chasing after you.
Like if they were like that scary in game, like I might actually pay like more attention to them, but my god.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you got that kind of classic one where that scene that you mentioned earlier about them test firing the wave gun.
Yeah, this face like fills the visor. It's so
and then
good.
It just pops all over them and like blood and gore everywhere.
It's so nasty.
And you got that poor like cleaner. He just slips over in it.
Oh yeah. They really were so good. I'd say the best ones are Black Swan, no doubt.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to have them kind of made Zombie Labs canon.
I remember people thinking when they first flashed the... this is an old theory from way back. When they first flashed the Nova Crawler costume in the previous trailer where it was just the gameplay one. And people were like, oh my god, they're making a movie.
Yeah, I remember that theory.
I wish. That would have been so cool. One of the ones that made me laugh was the guy in the G-Force simulator.
Oh, yeah.
He's spinning around and his head just comes off.
And then they throw it into the incinerator.
Yeah, when he's just on the floor and just his head is moving. Yeah, it was so good. Or the treadmill where he's running but his hands come off.
Yeah, and then he attacks a handler and then it kind of like pans to a sign saying 0 days since last accident.
Yeah. Honestly, I miss that kind of charm that Treyarch used to have. I really do.
Yeah. They don't put any love into... I think that was my problem with the Reckoning trailers. Like, they don't put any of the love that they used to in these trailers anymore.
Yeah. I want to say it's not their choice. You know what I mean? But it's been so long now since we've had something that was anything close to that. It's getting harder and harder to stand by it as a Activision problem.
It almost feels like today's trailers are just giving you the bare facts of showcasing what's there rather than making a spectacle of what the map could be.
Yeah. Hopefully, like with any luck, whatever the new map is, we'll change that. I've forgotten the name already. I know we've already seen it, but I've totally forgotten it.
Ashes of the Dead or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, Damned. That's it. Ashes of the
Yeah.
Damned.
Right, let's move on. Before we go on to our final thoughts of Moon and the Black Ops 1 DLC as a whole, Black Ops 1 DLC season as a whole, we've already spoken about the helmet animation.
Yeah.
You just kind of wanted to briefly go over each of the.
Yeah, I just wanted
I'll
to...
let you take over this.
Alright, no worries. Yeah, I just took this from the wiki because I've never noticed it myself, but I thought it was pretty funny. Apparently the symbols for the control panels for the excavator in the receiving bay are mismarked. So apparently they used the wrong stickers for the wrong excavators. I've never noticed it in games, so I can see why they never noticed it. But I never really look at the panels that much, so I didn't even know they had letters on them. So that's news to me.
Me either. Makes sense. I mean, but like they make the panels flash anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference.
Exactly. Yeah. True.
All right. Fair enough. Right. Do you want to go over your final thoughts on Moon and Black Ops 1 DLC season as well? Black Ops 1 Zombies as a whole.
Yeah.
Was it hit and miss? I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it's an absolute smackdown, this one. I absolutely love Black Ops 1. I would still, like, even with Black Ops 3 being in, contention for most people's favourite these days, I still really love Black Ops 1. I think it's such a fantastic entry in the series. All the way through.
Yeah.
Even though maps like 5 and Shangri-La in certain aspects were kind of not my favourite, certain things put me off a little bit. Certain things as well in Moon, even like 4-player Pack-a Punch, the astronauts, stuff like that. They really don't hold this mode back at all on this game. It's absolutely phenomenal. And again, like I would even go as far as to say potentially peak for me personally. Yeah. It is, at least as far as like what's the word I'm looking for? Like the quality of the maps and stuff we got. I honestly do struggle to put Black Ops 3 above it. I really do. It's truly a personal favourite, Black Ops 1. I think it's almost flawless. Like, genuinely.
Just a quick question. If Chronicles was never a thing, and we didn't get all of these maps remastered, where would your standing on it be? Like Black Ops 3 and...
That is the easiest question I've ever answered. It would be Black Ops 1. And it wouldn't even be close. Even with Black Ops 3's season and its, really good characters and storytelling, I'd still think I would just prefer Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
I just love that small chunk of time that, Black Ops 1 encompassed with, like, having all the World at War maps as well as an option. It was the definitive experience for a long time, even after Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
And, I could not be happier with it. And Moon is personally my favourite map on the whole season. It's got its flaws, for sure. It's certainly not a perfect map. Like I say, I've had a few things I've whinged about, but it could purely be a nostalgia pick, but I just really do love Moon. I think it's an absolutely phenomenal map and a great send-off for Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
I genuinely struggled to say much bad about it. What about you?
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. I think I struggle with comparing this to Black Ops 3. I think Black Ops 3 might just take the edge ever so slightly just because it feels like the quality feels so much more like stronger.
Yeah.
But my god, Black Ops 1 is such... If Black Ops 1 is not... I think Black Ops 3 and 1 would be equally in my top spot.
I'll tell you what.
For experiences.
If we split it between eras, like which, director was in charge, I would say that's Jimmy's best.
Yeah, for real. Like, the Black Ops 2 maps that came out after for Zelensky's ones were not great.
Yeah.
Buried is probably the only exception to that. But every one of these, with some exceptions, I mean, I wouldn't even say 5 or Shang are bad maps at all. But like when you got so much quality throughout the entire season, there's going to be like some that aren't as high as the rest are.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think I love that Black Ops 1, and to some extent there is the World at War portion of it as well, but Black Ops 1 tells a story from start to finish in a nice little bow, and it wraps it up perfectly in Moon.
Absolutely.
Like, you could quite easily just have not had anything come after Moon. Yeah, there would have been a load of unanswered questions, but like you said, I think Moon sets the bar of what a finale should be, and it's not been topped.
Yeah, absolutely.
I loved the theory crafting in Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 season, I love. Every single map is just... There's a reason, I think, when I break down each game and I give them a kind of phrase, I said that World at War is foundational, and there is a reason why I say Black Ops 1 is iconic.
Yeah, could not agree more.
Because even with maps like 5 and Shang, every single map in Black Ops 1 is iconic and has iconic moments.
Absolutely. Like you say, even the ones that maybe aren't received as positively all have fantastic moments in them and stuff worth playing them for.
Absolutely. Like, Black Ops 1 made... It's the reason why people love and want our 4 characters back all the time. Like, yeah, they got their kind of expansion in Black Ops 3, and like they were different, but I think Black Ops 1 you couldn't have had Black Ops 3 without Black Ops 1.
Yeah, exactly.
And like the ultimate, you couldn't have had Primus without Ultimus.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like they get kind of, I don't know, forgotten about a bit these days because, Primus became such a high point in the series for a while that I feel like a lot of people do forget how good these characters used to be back in the day. And I find that a bit of a shame, honestly.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if I had to pick a crew, I'd pick Ultimus every single time because these are the characters who I grew up with and I love absolutely with all my heart.
Yeah, same here. Like you say, they're the first iterations as well, so I think they deserve, at least a bit of credit for what we got with Primus and that.
Yeah. And Moon, I think, while Ascension might be my favourite map on the Black Ops 1 season, Moon is easily the second place for me. I think Moon is just perfect.
Yeah, like I say, it's very rare that a map with so many things that I can say, I'm not too sure about, that I can still say I absolutely love despite its problems. You know what I mean? Like, there's very few maps I feel that way about, but this is one of them.
Yeah. Like, Moon is one of those maps that I could pick up without a second thought of thinking about, like, is there any aspect of this map that I don't enjoy? Like, I could pick up this map without even thinking of that.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. Well, do you have any other kind of final thoughts to add on to that?
Nothing in particular, but I would like to mention that I just hope that maybe we can bring back some of this positivity with Black Ops 7. Fingers crossed.
See.
Because it's been really nice to talk about something and be really positive about it after Reckoning. That was a really difficult episode to get through.
That was. I mean, it's a bit of a whiplash on where we've had a really bad episode, or really kind of negative episode, right, and now going into a really positive one.
I know, yeah. So, fingers crossed that the new Zombies is going to bring us back in, but I guess we'll see.
We will see indeed. Okay, well, next episode we are going to add the Black Ops 1 Zombies maps to our ranking board alongside the previous World at War maps. Really looking forward to that episode. It'll be fun to kind of go over them in a fun way.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to have to break out OBS again though, because I don't have it reinstalled since we last did a ranking episode, so I'm going to have to go and get that all set up again. But I'll get it sorted out.
No worries. And then the episode after that, we're likely to go and cover the second part of Dark Souls. At least that's what's on our kind of to-do list.
Yeah.
But we'll know a bit more closer to the time.
Aye, and then we're looking at maybe doing this wrap up after that potentially.
The Black Ops 6 wrap up, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then maybe as a teaser for the future, maybe Hollow Knight Silk Song at some point.
Yep, that's definitely on the cards.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to talking about that one. Got quite a lot to say about it.
Yeah, absolutely. In the meantime, guys, like, share, and subscribe as always. You can catch me streaming on Tuesdays on Twitch. Josh might be there, Josh might not be there, but I'll definitely be there. Other than that, I will hand over to Josh for the closing word.
Alright, so again, we'd just like to hear what you think about Moon and what you also think about the entirety of the Black Ops 1 season. And what you think about what we've said about it in here, whether you agree or disagree on some of the things we've said. Again, you can also find our Twitter and Blue Sky my Twitter, Blue Sky rather, getting all encompassing there in the description, along with Aiden's Twitch account, as he said, and also Discord. So if you want to jump in and talk about zombies or the podcast or anything else, soundtrack content, stuff you want uploaded, feel free to jump in there, and I'll get back to you when I can. Alright, so I think that pretty much covers it, unless you want to add anything else.
Nothing else to say. Not as long as last week's episode.
Close, for about half an hour and a half. But we'll take it. I may have to make an addendum on that intro. Hold on, I'll just pretend the mic's disconnected and I'll say that and leave it running for 4 hours. But in all seriousness, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.